What's up, guys? Good morning, good morning. Yeah, we got ZSAN pushing up a little bit here. I got a lot of stuff on my list today, honestly. We got like APM. We got like RCON. That's not really doing much, I guess. We got CLBS, APM. I haven't even looked at STCN. It doesn't have enough volume for me, but we got DARE, DARE, INUV, EMAN, AIKI, UAVS, TRXC, SENS, AVGR. Yeah, so we got a lot of stuff that we're looking at this morning. I haven't looked at some of these. Hold on, let me take a look. I know ZSAN's ripping. So ZSAN, like currently, right now, is pushing up. You can see it's moving up from 93 cents roughly all the way to $1.23. We'll see if that 125 level rejects it. That's what I'm looking at there. So we're up to 125. Like I said, we'll see if 125 rejects ZSAN. Doesn't look like it is. But yeah, APM looks good. We're watching this one. GRTS. Yeah, GRTS went absolutely crazy yesterday. Oh, man. Alright. Alright, so we got some levels here for CLBS. Alright, what's up, guys? Who's the one guy that dislikes it early? I mean, you know how it is. We be making people insecure out here. You know, they gotta dislike us. Anyways. Look at INUV. Honestly, this was the shocking one. INUV, this thing was at ones yesterday. Like 90-something cents yesterday. And this thing just hammered up. Really, it looks like a larger float stock. I don't know what the float is. Let me look up the float, honestly. It's probably that time. Yeah, we're looking at APM for sure. Alright. We got DARE. TRXC, SENS. Honestly, this one was surprising too. This one was at 2 yesterday and just ripped up. So we're watching SENS as well. We got SPI on the list as well today. SPI. Look at this one. So yeah, let's start looking up some catalysts. The main one's CLBS. This is the biggest percentage push this morning here. Let's go ahead and start looking up some catalysts. That's just you, Robert. Alright, what's up? Prasida, Jacob, Emin, Robert, Bill, Don, Bobby, Mr., Leo, Mykin, Clash, or MYK, Clash, Matthew, Leo, Don, Han, Coding, Justin, Ace, IZ, Freddie, Trader Joe, Steve. Good morning, guys. I think that's everybody. What's up, team? Jonathan. Hey, what's up, bro? All right. Yeah, so we got CLBS moving some here. Whoa. All right, I'm gonna look up the catalyst for this team. Alright, so all I'm seeing for this one is something came out yesterday that said Caladrius Biosciences, I think that's how you pronounce it, Caladrius Biosciences treats the first patient in the Phase 2B Freedom Trial of the CLBS-16 for the treatment of coronary microvascular dysfunction. Nailed it. But yeah, so it's the initiation of the Phase 2B Freedom Trial represents the next step in development for their biodrug as a potential breakdown treatment for the millions of sufferers of CMD in the U.S., most of whom are women. So we'll see what happens here. Good catalyst that came out yesterday for CLBS. Yeah, we're watching it, Don. Like I said, these are the levels I'm watching, and if you extend them to the left, you see why. $375 is something I would watch. I guess, yeah, 375 is interesting here. Really, we're all kind of in the fours now, so we got like 450, obviously. So we'll watch that, I guess. Hey, what's up, 3, Todd? I see MOGO showing up on the scans. MOGO, Mogo. We'll see if it holds. I mean, it's not the greatest volume, but we are seeing some type of spike here. Still looking at Z-Sand. It got up to 135s. So we're still watching that. Netflix. Not really my style. A little bit too expensive for me right now. Gapping up some. Price target was raised. I guess. Fourth quarter 2020 earnings were positive for Netflix as the catalyst. Not really my style though. We got SENS though, rip it up. And this one had news yesterday. The medical technology company said that Emblem Health, which is one of the largest not-for-profit health insurers in the U.S., is now providing coverage for their Senseonics Eversense continuous glucose monitoring system for people with diabetes. So yeah, new coverage. A large insurer is covering their products for SCNS, so it's worth watching some. I think 370 pre-market high makes sense. Maybe 375, really. You know, right here, we could watch that too. We're looking at 350 here. We could probably watch 325 as well, just based off of this. And yeah, we got some levels. Jivo had a direct offering at 8. So yeah, we're watching SENS here. We'll see what happens. This one was a big runner from the previous few days. Yeah, Jivo's dropping some. I mean, it's hard to tell, to be honest. Here's the problem with Jivo, in my opinion. This is the problem with it. Let me remove some of this stuff. We're gonna clean that up a little bit. But here's the problem with Jivo, is that I've seen Jivo for years now. I've watched Jivo for years. They had the $8 stock offering. And so what happens is the price of the stock drops to $8. That's what happens during these offerings, is the price of the stock drops. Now again, I've seen Jivo for years. And I don't know what this catalyst is aside from the offering. Okay, so, yeah, the company's co-founder was appointed to President-elect Joe Biden's science team. So the Jivo president was elected, or the Jivo co-founder was appointed to Joe Biden's science team. The problem with Jivo is that I've seen this one for years, and it's always spiked and failed, right? Every time I've seen this one, it's spiked and failed, you know, to the point where I've kind of labeled this one kind of sketchy. I've seen it spike and fail so much that it's like, you know, if you look back at all these before this big run up here, I mean, every time this thing spiked up, you know, 50, 100%, it would just fall right back down. And so for me, it's kind of in that same category as like DRYS and you know, some of these other little low floaters that just act a little weird. And so with that said, this spike looks extremely suspect, and the reason it looks suspect is because the price of the stock gets pumped up here, and for whatever the catalyst is for this stock getting pumped up, the stock price obviously got pumped up. It was at 46 cents back in like August. It was at like 40 something cents. Right, back in July, August, it's at 40 something cents. Now it went all the way up to $11, and then they all of a sudden hit you with the offering. That's a little shady in my opinion. You know, to some, and I'm not saying this is what it is, but I'm just saying to some, it might seem like the company was pumping up their stock price by whatever means necessary. And I do think that the Biden news is a real catalyst, but to some, it might seem like they're pumping up their stock and then hitting everybody with that offering so they can make a bunch of money, you know. And now money's good for the company, so maybe that'll help succeed and whatever, but to me, I'm skeptical of it. That's all I'm trying to say, so. But we'll see. I mean, it's down to 8 something now. Yeah, and coding, I'm not trying to go against your view, brother. You know what I mean? I respect you, support you here, you know what I mean? This is just my honest opinion on it, and so I'm not gonna lie about my outlook on certain things. I gotta just be honest with it, and that's my honest look on it. And part of, I am gonna be biased against Jivo though, and the reason for that negative bias or whatever is I've seen it pump up before. I've traded this one a lot. Historically, over the last few years, I've seen Jivo run and move and fail and run and fail and run and fail. And so I am going to be negatively, you know, biased against Jivo. And I think that should be a pretty understandable thing. You know what I mean? If you're holding it, hey, I hope it does well, bro. It's not like I'm holding this thing short, you know? I don't know if I'm feeling Jivo. We got ACRS, which is getting another spike up. Yeah, no stress, coding. You're good, brother. Oh, man. But look at ACRS starting to rip. And I'll say this. I mean, it's just a very common thing to see in penny stocks, right? Where the stock price gets pumped up by whatever means necessary, and the stock price doubles or triples, and then they hit you with that offering, make a bunch of money with it, and cause a bunch of people to just lose on the stock price, right? It happens all the time. It happens. That's a very common tale in penny stocks. And so when I see that, I'm naturally skeptical. There's going to be some skepticism that goes along with that. And like I said, I don't have anything necessarily against it. But yeah, we're looking at ACRS. Let's rip it up some. Yeah, I mean, I think coding's... And listen, I'll say this because, you know, like, I'm not... Here's the reality, right? You can make money on sketchy stocks. You can make money. I mean, listen, the whole point of what I do is trading momentum. I don't care what the momentum is from. You know, I don't care about that momentum. If coding's up, he's up. And y'all can't, you know, listen, if he made it work, he made it work. We can't criticize him for doing it because really, like I said, he's up 400%. And so I'm not mad at him. If he made it work, hey, listen, do your thing, bro. That's the whole point of us being here, you know? And so I'm not trying to be critical of his trade. If he's making money, he's making money. Listen, I didn't make money on it, you know? And so do your thing, man. Watching APM here as well. I'll put it this way. I've made money on sketchy stocks before, and there might be some opportunity with sketchy stocks. You could take advantage of that pump. You know what I mean? Do your thing. Like I said. So, and also, sometimes these penny stocks turn into real companies. You know, sometimes. So, maybe it will. I don't know. Yeah, make money with any stock. It's just because it's a sketchy company, in my opinion, doesn't mean you can't make money with it. You know. We got MBY showing up on the list. INUV is interesting, but yeah, we're looking at like APM here. Now, for APM, Aportum, they received clearance from Health Canada to initiate the phase 1 clinical trial of the ALS4, a small molecule drug for infections caused by Staphylococcus aureus, including methicillin-resistant Staphylococcus MRSA. So this is staph. It's a molecule drug for a staph infection, basically, for APM. So we're watching it. And it got clearance from Canada to initiate the phase 1 trial. So interesting. We'll watch it. Decent volume. Good movement. I don't know what the history of this stock is. These are the levels we're really watching for APM. We'll see what happens there. Let me see what the float is for some of these. Yeah, for sure. We're looking at SENS as well. I'm going to look up the float real quick of APM. I'm sure somebody's already done it, but... Alright, the float is 8.5 for APM. 8.5 million in the float for APM, so very small float. We're looking at DARE as well, D-A-R-E. Why thank you, Nancy? How convenient is that? Hey, if you guys go to our Discord, let me see if I can open this up a different way. Wait, where'd it go? There it is. Thank you, Nancy. If you go to our Discord, Nancy posted in the pre-market chat all the float sizes. What's up, Nancy? I appreciate that. Very helpful. So yeah, the float of APM is 8.5 million. So very small float. We're also looking at Dare. Dare has a float of 31.3 million. And the reason this one is up, all right, so yeah, DARE, sorry, reading part of our Discord. So apparently my wife just sent me a text message. Trump pardoned Lil Wayne. So Trump did pardon Lil Wayne. They also said he might pardon Joe Exotic. We'll see. I'm curious what the SPY's doing today. So the SPY's up today. Interesting. But yeah, we're looking at Dare. The reason Dare is up, I don't see any catalyst for Dare, to be honest. If anybody knows why this is up, let me know. Okay, wait. Yeah, I don't see any recent news for Dare, but we're still gonna watch it. We're looking at like $3, $3.50, $3.75. Certainly these. That's cool. Trump pardoned Lil Wayne. Oh, thank God. Yeah. My life is fulfilled, you know. I mean, I understand the gesture is a good gesture, you know, but it doesn't affect me much. We're looking at AVGR here. Looking at SE and S2. So yeah, 8 p.m. TRXC, rip it up yesterday. Yeah, so we're watching these for TRXC. I don't know why this is moving. It had some news yesterday. They had a CE mark approval, it looks like. So yeah, they got approval, the CE mark approval for their intelligent surgical unit. That came out yesterday. We'll see what happens with TRXC. It's worth watching again today, I think. We got a few other ones, like somebody said, what was the one? Z-San. Z-San was ripping. Let me see if I can find a catalyst. Somebody asked for this catalyst here. What's up, Caitlin? Yeah. I was worried for a minute. Whew, man. You know. Man, look at INUV. Did they just hit people with an offering? Wow. Of course they did. Alright, so yeah, INUV hits people with a 6.25 million common stock offering. Price of $110 per share, pursuant to the registered direct offering. Gross proceeds, 6.25 million. So yeah. And this is a common tale in penny stocks. I was telling people earlier, this is a common tale in penny stocks. What happens? You look at the daily chart, stock price gets pumped up. The pump started, you know, a week or two ago. And then now we pump up to the highs and then boom, hit you with the offering. Leave all these investors just sitting on it. Whew, man. We're watching STCN as well. This one doesn't have as much volume, but we're still looking at it. I don't see any news here, really any recent news for STCN, so we'll come back to it. Alright, so what do we got, guys? We got DARE, CLBS, APM, STCN, NDRA is one that I kind of missed earlier. We'll watch NDRA. Not seeing any company-specific news to justify this push for NDRA, though, so we'll see what happens here. If you guys know why this one's moving, let me know. We're watching $2.75, $3, and $2.30 lows here for NDRA. We're watching it. I think the float is pretty... Alright, so NDRA has a float of 31.82 million. Shelf of 1 million. We see OBLN showing up on the scans here. Look at OBLN, guys. OBLN's getting some volume running in. And this is why the Benzinga scanners are helpful. Because I can see these moves within 2 minutes of this breakout. I can see it. This is why the Benzinga scanners are valuable, to be honest, is because of this. I don't see any news for OBLN either, but OBLN's ripping up. Let me see what the float is. Alright, so the float is 7.7 million, so it's, or 7.5 million, so a small float for OBLN. Certainly small. We're watching that too. Alright, let me catch back up. Yeah, for sure. Can you sell pre-market limit orders in regular market hours? So if you mean like this, G, if you mean like this, if you try to sell a limit order like this with EXT and time and force, it's not gonna fill, right? Just like it's not gonna fill me if I try to put an order out here for a day trade on OBLN. It's not gonna fill me because it's day. If I want it to get filled right now in pre-market, if I wanted to get filled right now in pre-market, I would have to change this to EXT. And if I want to get filled after the opening bell with a limit order, I would have to change this to day and then click this. It's not going to fill me right now because it's pre-market, but yeah. All right, SPI's ripping up. Yeah, look at OBLN, guys. OBLN make a big move here. We're looking at SPI as well. They named early Tesla employee Edmund Shin as the new VP of Product Management and Supply Chain. So that's the catalyst. SPI Energy and Icona Design is going to collaborate on an all-electric passenger and commercial vehicle design. That came out yesterday as well here. So they named a new VP of Product Management and Supply, and they are supposed to collabing with Icona Design as well. So for SPI. So we'll watch it. Alright, so yeah, we're looking at CLBS, OBLN. We got the Ice City of Hoth showing up on the scanners. Look for a pullback in OBLN to the $0.50 of 250, I believe. Yeah, look for a 250 pullback. Watch to see if we bounce here at 250. So we got the 250 pullback. Let's see if we bounce now.
Bye.
Oh, hey, bro.
Bye.
Hey, dude, what you doing, man?
Bye.
Oh, you're leaving?
Yeah.
Sorry. Alright, what's up, guys? Yeah, you can sell those at regular hours, bro. Yeah, 100%, Richard. You know, I mean, I'm not really sorry. It's just kind of like a courtesy, like, hey, I'm sorry. You know, but to be honest, guys, I'm really not sorry at all. Gotta give my son a hug before he goes to school, you know? But I appreciate the support regardless. Hey, look, and what did I say? I said, let's look for a pullback to 250 and then a bounce, and we get the pullback to 250 and then a bounce. Again, I hope you guys understand the logic. I've been doing this a lot for the last few days, and I'm not trying to be sleazy pick guy, like, look at my call-outs. I'm not trying to be like that. I'm just trying to tell you guys the thought process behind these moves, okay? Like, why I find them to work, and like how I'm able to say, hey, I think this thing's gonna bounce at 250, and then we get a bounce at 250. I hope you guys understand the logic behind that. And regardless, even if it fails here, it's not the point. I mean, it pushed up from 250 to 270s, so it pushed up like 20 cents already. Yeah. Hey, what's up, Mohammed? What's up, William, Trader Joe? Do some push-ups. Yeah. And this is also, like, as it falls down, it's also a good lesson. Whoa, why is the music so loud? It's also a good lesson on, like, why I do this, right? Like, I scalp these moves. I don't know if they're going to continue up, but calling the bounce at 250 makes a ton of sense, and I'll explain why. is because this is what I'm really trying to take advantage of. It's insignificant what it does now. So I don't want people looking at this and being like, oh, it didn't even bounce. It did bounce. It bounced 20 cents. What I'm trying to take advantage of here is short-term momentum. When you get a big move like this, okay, so here's the logic. I'll explain the logic real quick, and it makes a lot of sense, and this is what I've been doing a ton lately. Okay, it's very simple, but it's an important logic to understand, okay? What we're looking for here is, first of all, we got a low float stock pushing up, okay? We're pushing up big here, right? So as we push up, everybody that's watching this stock is saying, hey, this looks strong. I would like to buy this stock, but I'm not going to buy it before it puts in at least a red candle or two. I'm not going to buy it as it's moving up. That's going to be too extended. And so what are a lot of people going to do? They're going to wait for a quick pullback to dip buy, all right? And so when you get this move up, and you get a pullback, my first natural step is to look for half and whole dollars. And so where's the closest half dollar? Right underneath us, 250. And so that half dollar makes sense. It's also the VWAP. And so not only do we have the 250 level, but we have the VWAP level. And so it's logical to conclude that if it pulls back, it might pull back to 250, which is a half dollar and a VWAP level, and give us a bounce to attack. Right? And like I said, it didn't actually hold 250, but we did get a 20-cent bounce, and those are the bounces that I'm scalping. I'm taking those bounces quickly and getting out. If you guys watch how I trade, and I'm just scalping that small bounce. And if you approach it like that with discipline, and you don't try to marry it and try to ride it up for high of the day breaks and all that stuff, that's a really high percentage bounce in my opinion. I can't guarantee it's going to work for you, but like this is how I trade, and this is how I scalp specifically. And it works really well if you have the discipline to take your small win and move on to the next trade. If you try to hold it and ride for a big breakout, it's rarely going to work like this. Obviously, it failed back under it, but it gave us that 20 cent bounce that we can take advantage of, and that's what I'm scalping. And so I hope that makes sense. What's up, Rick Parsley? I wonder what happened to the Rick, man. I know that guy Rick. I used to have these OG trading buddies, right? One of them's name was Chi. The other one's name was Rick. And then I had another one named Graham. I had these 3 trading buddies that I had a chat room with when I first started trading. When I first created this YouTube channel like 3 or 4 years ago. I had these trading buddies. And they came back and they saw the channel now. At least 2 of them did. And they were like, damn, bro. You know, the channel's big. And so I'm trying to find that Rick. I don't know what happened to that Rick. I used to text him all the time. I want to see how he's doing, man. But, you got to do push-ups for every penny you lose today? They did, honestly, they did White Boy Rick dirty, man. If anybody's ever seen the story behind White Boy Rick, they did that man super dirty, bro. First of all, the cops hired him as an informant. So they literally hired him as an informant. And then because, like, the government in Detroit was so corrupt at the time, and he had knowledge on the corruption, they just kept him in jail. And they never let him out. He only got released, like, 2 years ago. He sat in jail for, like, 30 years over some dumb stuff that he was hired to do by the feds. You know, they did that man super dirty. Oh. Gotta love the dad hugs. Best move of the day. Hey, that's right, 100%. Do you remember what you told me about GameStop? I mean, I'm gonna preface this conversation with what I said earlier, which is that I'm giving you my own opinion. I'm gonna be wrong about a lot of stuff. GameStop is certainly one of the ones I've been wrong about. I don't think GameStop, I'll put it this way. Long term, I still think GameStop's gonna fail, and I think this is just pumping it up. Because I understand the business model of GameStop. From somebody that actually plays video games, there's no reason GameStop should be $40. Now, I was 100% wrong about it getting up here. I thought it was just gonna crash, but you can't get mad at me for my views. I'm always gonna be wrong sometimes. Like I said, we're not experts here. I'm not trying to give out call outs and picks like that. I'm just telling you guys my own biases, and my own biases is certainly against GameStop. But you know. Yeah. Honestly, I might buy some put options on GameStop right now, to be honest, because that's probably one of the easiest put options you'll get. But like I said, I don't know if it's actually going to work. Like I said, I was straight up wrong last time for sure. Look at MOTS is pushing up over 2. We're watching that now. Yeah, no, you're good, Monta. Hey, I'm here for it. I'll allow it. You know, I'll allow it. We all got to talk some smack every now and then. You know. I was playing Xbox with some guy in UFC 4, and like I'm good at UFC 4. Like at one point, I got up to like the top 100 in the world at UFC 4. You got to keep playing ranked to retain your rank. But I beat some guy yesterday, and like they added this thing to UFC 4 where you can like say little things after the fight. So you can say like thanks is like the one that I use the most. Like you knock somebody out, and then you're just like thanks. You know, it'll drive people crazy, right? So I knocked this dude out, and I just kind of hit him with an easy thanks. You know, I didn't talk any more smack than that. I just said thanks, you know, like just kind of poking at him a little bit, having some fun. And this dude sends me the most psychoanalytical message, like, bro, why are you doing that? My response to him was that we all got to talk a little smack sometimes. We all got to have some fun. I mean, that's what this game is for, to talk a little bit of smack. You're really mad I said thanks? Listen, if I would have gone super personal and just insulted him terribly, it would be one thing to get mad at me. But if I just hit him with a little thanks, you know, why are you mad at me, bro? We all gotta talk a little smack sometimes. I'm okay with that. I like to talk smack too, back in my day, you know. Yeah, man, Breeze, it's time for Breeze to hang it up. I'm sorry, I'm talking about football, I'm talking about video games. I'm talking about too much stuff here. Let's talk about stocks, my bad, guys. MOTS, push it up. I don't see any catalyst for this. Well, we'll see if it holds at 2, but I don't know if I don't see any catalyst here. Brady's trade still hurts. I mean, get Brady out of here, bro. Honestly, the fact that he beat us is nonsense, dude. We shouldn't even have to play him again. Man, you know the refs are pushing for Breeze or pushing for Brady. They want to see Brady in the Super Bowl again because he recently switched teams, and you know the refs are pushing for Brady hard, man, which is nonsense. It's the same thing that the refs in college football do with Bama, right? The SEC is located in Alabama, so what happens when anybody plays Alabama? They get some crazy calls in favor of Alabama. I'm not going to go further in that. I'm an LSU fan, obviously, so I'm going to be biased against Bama. But hey, I might just be butthurt over here. We'll see. But MOTS, we're watching it. I don't see a catalyst for this. Yeah. Oh, for sure. Listen, I'm just a butthurt Saints fan over here. Let me hear it. I'm okay with that. You know, I'm okay with it. I'm just a butthurt Saints fan. You know? Oh, man. Hit me with the roll tide. Oh, they certainly want ratings. I mean, I'm going to be honest about that. But you know, we'll see. We're watching OPLN. It's starting to fight back. We'll see if it holds over 250. We're still looking at it. APGR is another one that I don't think I've actually watched today. Alright, price target was raised on Avenger. I don't see any other catalyst really for this, aside from the price target was raised for AVGR. We'll watch it. It doesn't have the best volume. The only real level we're looking at, there's 2. There's 250 and 225. So these 2 levels are really all we're watching for AVGR. We'll see. Yeah. I mean, I'll say it. I like Tom Brady. The dude's probably the GOAT quarterback of all time, if I'm being completely honest here. I hate saying this. I do. But I respect and appreciate Tom Brady. He's probably the GOAT quarterback, and I think that's indisputable. Same thing with Nick Saban. I think Nick Saban's the GOAT college football coach of all time, and I don't think anybody can take that away from him. He for sure is. My family's actually from Alabama. So my dad's side is from Bama. My mom's side is from Baton Rouge. And so, holidays were real interesting in my house with college football. I'll say that. Oh, and my uncle went to Auburn, too. So my grandfather graduated from Bama, my dad graduated from LSU, and my uncle graduated from Auburn. And so, yeah, holidays got super interesting. But you gotta love it. We're watching OPTT. It's starting to push up a little bit as well. INUV, I mean, I'm a little bit sketched out about INUV. INUV just got hit with the offering. So this is what happens where, like Nancy said, you got to look at the shelf to see what kind of offerings they have on the table. Or on the shelf, as they say. And so this is what happens is you get a penny stock that gets pumped up, and then they hit you with an offering. I think the offering price was something like $120 or something. And this is what happens. You get hit with the offering, and then consequently you get this big drops that leaves investors panicking. So that's kind of what I think. OBLN did break over 250. Watch 275 here. We'll see what happens at 275. See if it rejects. Pulls back down to like 250s. Maybe. We'll see. I don't know. It's kind of getting strong. And as it pushes over this, it might get some momentum. I'm seeing the volume spike up. So it might get some momentum to break this. And then we might just get a big rip. I don't know. I'm just kind of brainstorming here what could happen. Yeah, Givo might. Yeah, Givo got hit. Givo got hit with an offering. Same thing. Same exact thing as INUV, which is that if you look at the daily chart, it kind of got pumped up over the last... I mean, it's not terrible, but over the last month, this thing's got ripped up. And then as that happened, we had an offering that got hit with Givo, I believe, as well. And so, again, same thing. Had some shelf. Got pumped up. Got hit with that shelf offering. Or got hit with that offering, and now... The offering was for $8 a share, and now every investor that bought here is just struggling right now. We got NDRA making some moves as well. Z-Sand trying to fight his way back. APM. So my top watches are CLBS, APM, OBLN, OBLN, we got Dare that we're watching as well, and then like AVGR maybe. No, it's the Catalyst, Loida. NDRA. Yeah, it's just the Catalyst, so you could look up the Catalyst. Yeah, I'm looking at NDRA. We'll look up the Catalyst for this one too. But yeah, when I look up the Catalyst for OBL, or no, for Givo, and when you look up the Catalyst for INUV, you see they got hit with an offering. It'll tell you how much. It's one of the reasons you got to pay attention to the shelf of these stocks, which is something that Mordecai and Two Way talks a lot about, as well as Nancy here. And Two Way's coming on stream tomorrow, so he's gonna be hopping on with us tomorrow as well. He deals a lot with like MIC and all them, but he's got a lot of great knowledge and you know, has helped me learn a bunch of stuff too. He's a professional trader. So he'll be on stream tomorrow. We got Caitlin coming on stream today. So yeah, I'm not seeing any specific news for NDRA. I'm not seeing anything. Oh wait, this is words. I mean, the easiest way to find out about offerings beforehand is by researching the shelf beforehand. So, like, Caitlin posted this really nice thing. Not Caitlin. Nancy posted this really nice thing detailing what stocks have a shelf for them. And these are the stocks right now. I'll take a picture of it. Alright, so here's the significance, okay? There's a few things here. Hard to borrow means less long squeezes. Alright, so the fact that it says hard to borrow means less long squeezes. Now, you can see the shelf here. Now, this is how much money the company has on the shelf, right? And so, watching for this to see potential offerings on the table is super important. Because again, you look at INUV, and they had 7 million on the shelf. We're also looking at Dare. I know I didn't talk about Dare much, but Dare's sitting here, and I don't see any catalyst for Dare either. If you know why Dare's moving, let me know. Hey, nice crusher. Congrats, bro. Correct, Ryan. So the bigger the shelf, the more money they have to, or the bigger offering they can, or the more potential they have for an offering, basically. Dare announced positive results from his phase 3 clinical trial of a one-time treatment for bacteria or for BV. I don't know. I don't know if you should buy Dare right now. Somebody's saying, should I buy Dare now? I have no idea. I don't know what y'all should do. Like I said, I'm not giving out stock picks. ADMP. Yeah, I don't think you'll ever hear me say you should buy this stock right now. You should never. I'm never going to say that. I'm not telling you to buy this stock. I'm saying you'll never hear me say that because I don't know what's going to happen long term for these stocks. Too much liability. But yeah, this is Adamas Pharmaceuticals, and this is why Benzinga is key, because again, this thing shows up in the first minute that this thing ripped. Adamas Pharmaceuticals announced the IND, which is initial, or well, IND. I get NDA and IND mixed up. IND, I believe, is investigational new drug, is IND. So yeah, they announced the IND, which is the investigational new drug submission to the FDA for Temple, which is for COVID treatment. So we're watching that. We'll see what happens. It's up to 1. Let's look to see if it breaks over 1 and then pulls back to this $1. This $1 level right here. We'll see. But that's the thing we got to look for here. If it doesn't hold that, we could look at like 96 cents. Yeah, I mean, the reality is, like, I'm looking at these stocks, you know what I mean? Like, we're watching these stocks, but, like, we're looking at the stocks, but do I think most of these are going to hold their wins? Absolutely not. I think most of these are just going to fail, you know? And so that's and most penny stocks will fail, you know, in my opinion. I back tested it before. I back tested it, and the way I back tested it was I looked at the percentage of time, or the amount of times a stock actually, after gapping up strong. So I back tested gapping penny stocks. I looked at how many times the stock actually held and broke pre-market high sometime that day. So the amount of stocks that gap up and then fail, which means they don't end up breaking the pre-market high after the open, is like 70-something%. I think it's like 74%. Or it might be over that. It might be like 78%. It's something big. Point is, 3 out of 4 stocks are going to fail, is the point. So 3 out of 4 stocks are going to fail. 3 out of 4 of these penny stocks are not going to end up breaking the pre-market high and continuing, you know, at least that day. And that's all I really back tested it. So, ADMP pushing up. All right, so we got the pullback to 1, and now we're holding and pushing up as well. TRXC. I'm looking at TRXC. I'm also looking at, like, INUV is starting to push up. INUV, TRXC moving up a little bit. Somebody's asking me about Bingo, BNGO, and I don't know, man. It's tough to tell. Could be a little consolidation pullback. Who knows? It's sitting right around some major levels. I mean, for me, I would look at 725. 725 is like the level I'm watching. 7 and 725. So like here and here are like the main levels I'm watching. And so, yeah, and you can even see in pre-market, like, look at these levels. And this is why I'm looking at the longer term chart. I hope you guys could see that. So we looked at the longer term chart. We drew these levels out. And now look exactly, really the level should be about right here. But my point is, I wanted 725 is what I was trying to do anyway. But yeah, you can see how well it actually follows these levels. And so these are the major levels underneath us. Interesting for a risk spot, I think. But we're watching it and we'll see what happens. Looking at Hoth here, the Ice City of Hoth. We'll see what happens with the 240s, 250 above us. But I need more volume for me. Bingo just had an offering. Yeah. Let's see. I didn't actually look up the news. Yeah, they priced a public offering of 33 million shares. The offering was for $6 per share. Wow. Yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens. We also have STCN start to move up. Right. That's what I meant. The ice planet of Hoth, not the ice city of Hoth. The ice planet of Hoth from Star Wars. I don't know why I said city, but yeah, it's the planet. My bad. Hoth is the city, or the planet. Sorry, I don't know why I keep saying city. It's the planet where they had, like, the snow monster, where they had to shove old Luke into the belly of the little horse thing, and also where they had the X-Wing with the steel rope that wrapped around the AT-AT's legs and made him fail. CLBS. the Tauntaun. To me, he'll always be the ice monster, you know? Alright, so like I said, we got ADMP here. What did I say? I said we got to pull back to 1. We'll see if we actually hold here. CLBS, SPI. SPI. I don't know, maybe the Tauntauns. I don't know what the Tauntauns is. Is the Tauntaun the ice monster? Or is the Tauntaun the little horse alien thing? The two-legged horse alien thing? Which one? SPI's rip it up here. There's 1114s, 1120. We're watching this. It's the horse llama camel. Gotcha. Yeah, that's what I was like, wait a minute, that's not the ice monster. I try to watch those movies with my daughter, and she's just not having it. My daughter's like my Star Wars buddy, right? So we watch like The Mandalorian. We watch all the new Star Wars movies, and she's into them, right? I try to watch the old ones with her so she'll really understand like what the heck we're talking about, and she's just not into it. You try to show her the first Star Wars back in the 70s, she's just not into it. Empire Strikes Back is the best Star Wars movie ever out of all of them, but she's just not into them. We'll see if SPI holds 11 right here. Yeah, we'll watch him. Alright, so we'll see if we hold at 11 for SPI. But SPI is moving up some. It's a little expensive for me, but we're still watching it regardless. Alright. Alright, let's get Caitlin in here. Alright. We got BCLI, guys. BCLI pushing up here. We'll see if it holds at 590s for BCLI. I don't know if it's going to, but we'll watch it. That's the VWAP area. Alright, guys. We got Caitlin in here. Let me do a sound check. Hold on one second. What's up, Caitlin? Hold on one second. Let me fix the sound. Alright, let's see. Alright, what's up, Caitlin? Can you hear me? Oh, it's been muted. What's up, Caitlin?
Okay, I can hear you now.
Okay, cool. I was like, I was talking, but it was muted. So sound. Let's do a sound check, team. How's the sound, guys?
Hi everyone. How are we?
Oh, we're good, man. We're watching some of these, but I was looking at BCLI. It just ripped under the VWAP.
PCLI.
A lot of offerings this morning, really. But looking at INUV got hit with an offering. Jibo got hit with an offering. What was the other one, team? We got main watches for me, Caitlin, are like CLBS, OBLN. And OBLN is breaking these highs, team. It's
yeah,
at
I
290s.
really like OBLN this morning.
Yeah, good volume.
Yeah, for sure.
Let me see what the float is. I don't know if I've seen the float of OBLN yet. I think it's small. I think it's like it's less than 8 million. I think it's like around 8 million. Oh, wait, there it is. Yeah, the float of OBLN is 7.5 million, so small. And then recently we have like ADMP starting to push up, breaking over 1. And guys, so if you don't know who Caitlin is, Caitlin has her own YouTube channel. It's called The Money HUD, where she talks about business, money, trading. And so y'all go subscribe to her real quick. I'll post her link. Find it.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'm looking at there are just so many that I'm looking at this morning, and I don't normally get up this early to look at so many. I normally get up honestly 5 to 10 minutes before the bell rings. And just go from there. But I've been I've been watching AV, GR, there's been Dare, Jivo, Hong. Yeah, so many this morning.
Yeah, for sure. And yesterday, I'm hoping it's not like yesterday, because yesterday we had a ton of movement in pre-market, and then when the opening bell happened, it was a little more dull than I was expecting. And we had some big runs later in the day yesterday, but yesterday at the open, I wasn't really loving it just because I thought it would be this really exciting open, and then it just was kind of slow.
Yeah, for sure.
Robert. And I used to do the same thing Caitlin does. I used to get up 5 minutes before the bell because, if you're momentum day trading, a lot of the time I'll find stocks on my list and they'll just do nothing,
For sure.
OBL is starting to pull back. So we're watching 3 here. Here's 297. So we're watching 3 and 297.
Yeah, OBLN looks really, really good. I like it.
Yeah. Higher lows, good volume, breaking highs, so.
A little pullback.
Hey bro, this is Gotham from India. How can I play stocks in this market? Research and paper trade. That's what I'm gonna say. Research and paper trade, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
I think way too many people are like, hey, they see somebody like me trading stocks on YouTube, and then they're like, oh, well, I want to do that, and so they immediately just put a bunch of money into a Robinhood or Webull account, and then they just lose it all. And I think that's very common. I know I did it, when I first got started. And so the best advice I can give you is just not to do that. Sorry, Caleb, what were you saying?
Start small.
Right. Start small. Be very risk adverse in the beginning. Understand you're probably going to lose, and just take it really slow and just try to test different strategies on paper to figure out your style. Paper trade a lot before you use real money, just so you can understand what trading's about. Because if you get involved with trading and just start clicking buttons, you're probably going to lose,
Yeah, for sure.
OBLN's breaking up to 3 again now, so we'll see if it breaks over 3 and holds. I think that's kind of the next step in this one's movement, is to see if it breaks over 3 and holds. Give us one. Hey, good morning, team. What's up, Mohammed? Is that good enough? You want to do it again? I used to open up the stream with yo yo yo, but I stopped. I don't know what I do now. I don't think I do anything.
You need a little motto, right?
Right, catchphrase.
Yeah, you can do yo yo yo, a good morning, team.
Right, I can just combine them.
Yeah.
Should you be pretty risky when paper trading, or treat it more like real money? Being risky doesn't really serve a purpose, right? But in the beginning, as you're learning, it's understandable to fool around and take different sizings and stuff like that. That's fine. Because you're really just trying to learn what it's about in the beginning with paper. Eventually you certainly want to start treating it more like, regular trading. But, there's nothing wrong with messing around and just trying to figure out what kind of strategies you like and stuff like that in the beginning with decent size. That's okay, I think. But as long as you understand when you move on to real money, you got to slow down and scale it down.
Yeah, I think you should for sure trade like you normally would. So if you're risk adverse, trade risk adverse. If you're more more risky, then trade like you normally would. So
right. All right, so OBLN did break 3s. So here's 3. We'll see if it holds at 3 now. I think that's, like I said, that's kind of the next step in the progression of a stocks movement like this, is to look at a whole dollar, see if it breaks, see if it holds. If it doesn't hold, the next step we look back is 280s here. We could also look maybe at these lows at 295, 297, like I said earlier, but we're watching it. OBL is probably my favorite one right now.
For sure.
Yeah, 18 says psychologically paper trading isn't the same as trading with real money. It's the same reason why I never tried paper trading. And I kind of agree with you in some ways. I think here's the reality. I think if you have no idea how to trade, paper trading's the right thing, right? Obviously. But if you know how to trade already, there's nothing wrong with testing with small size. And I think that there's just such a drastic difference between real money and paper money that a lot of traders, they're successful with paper, and then when they try to do the same thing with real money, it just doesn't happen like that. And the reason it doesn't happen like that is because your emotions are going to be all over the place with real money. You're going to hold your winners longer. You're going to hold your losses too long. You're going to cut your winners short with more fear of the market, and that's going to consequently drag your trading down. It's going to be a lot harder. And so I like the fact, I like the idea of trading with real money, although very small.
Right.
I think the earlier you start that, the faster you'll really learn, you know. But if you're completely new in trading and you don't know what you're doing or anything, paper trade for sure.
Right. Maybe like start small in the first like hour and a half of the day, and then go into paper trading or something, you know.
Right.
Do a mix or whatever floats your boat.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, paper trading was too easy. Yeah. I mean, and the reason it's easy is because you have no risk, right? So it's like as the stocks go against you, you can just say, hey, well, we're just going to see what happens, or hey, I'm just going to double down my position. And that might work a majority of the time. The problem is when it doesn't work, it's going to just destroy your account completely, you know?
Yeah.
So here goes OBLN. It's sitting at 3. I'm also seeing STCN move up, STCN. We're looking at 250 here, although the volume's definitely not super favorable for STCN. Too low, but we're getting some volume coming in, so we'll see if this volume holds, really. Same thing with like MOTS. It's starting to push up. It's at like 208 now. And then we're still looking at DARE. We're still looking at APM, CLBS, and somebody said NDRA. Yeah, we're watching NDRA as well. A lot of stuff's moving today. And then SENS ripped up huge yesterday. I know I was watching this one.
Mm-hmm.
This thing never stopped. It really did. This thing pushed up like all day yesterday. Just didn't stop.
Yeah, it really did.
Which is pretty rare, but man.
Yeah, even like aftermarket and pre-market, it's just going.
Alright, it's up. Which makes me skeptical of it at this point in time. Maybe it's a real company. Let me see what the float is. What do you guys think of SENS, guys? The float is 120 million. So yeah, larger float stock. It might be a real company. I see a large float, big movement like this. It might be real. Let me see what it calls on all of this.
Really, it's a healthcare company that's, I don't know.
You're really low, Caitlin. Barely can hear you.
Oh, really? Sorry.
Now you're better.
Okay.
Okay, so what I'm finding for SENS is that it's one of the largest non-for-profit health... Oh, so one of the largest health insurers in the U.S. is now providing coverage on their products for SENS as the catalyst. So it's a real catalyst. Emblem Health, which is a big insurer in the U.S., is now providing coverage for their Senseonics Eversense glucose monitoring system for diabetes. So that's the catalyst, deal. Which is good. A big insurer covering them is good.
Yeah, that's a big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just feel like OBLN right now.
That's your favorite? Wow.
Yeah.
See, look at that. And see, this thing is ripping up big too. I love the volume here. And it's like what I've talked about it before. Like one of the things that's helped my trading improve way better than it was before is just I stopped focusing on lower volume stocks, and I started to only focus on the big percentage movers with good volume. That way, when I buy the pullback, I know other traders are going to help me, prop that thing up, as opposed to like a low volume stock where if you buy the pullback, it might not have enough eyes on it to really give you the bounce you want. But with something like OBLN, it's just got a ton of volume, so you know if it pulls back, it's probably going to get a little pop after pulling back.
Right.
Ross is at OBLN. Yeah, what's up, Mo? Paper trading doesn't tug at the emotion strings. When your heart is pumping, you trade differently. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, I'm more of like a 10 share trader, Han. Like, I don't mind. I had a few people that have tried to poke fun at me for trading small. The reality is, it's like, look, I'm not over here claiming to be an expert. It's like people criticize the big guru culture of trading and all the crazy gains, but then when somebody comes along trading small like me, they're like, oh, bro, you're trading too small. And maybe I am. But, like, I don't think you should ever make fun of anybody for trading too small. I think let them trade whatever they want to trade, you know?
Right.
Nah, Rocco, it was a different Mo, actually. So there was 2 different Mo's here already. So, which is why I said it more than once. The last one was a different Muhammad. But I recognize this one because he's been pretty active here too. Hey, happy to have you here, Alan. Yes, Sins had another offering. Win.
And honestly, like, trading small is good because you get the strategy on point, you know? Like, you put in those 10,000 hours, and that's when your accuracy really goes up.
Right. Exactly. So. It's good for... It's important, too, because it's like Bruce Lee had a quote, and Bruce Lee's quote was, I don't fear the man that has practiced 1,000 different types of kicks one time. I fear the man that's practiced one type of kick 1,000 times. And I think that's relevant to trading in that it's just about conditioning. And I think you got to trade with small size. Like Caitlin said, it really reinforces your trading plan with each one of your strategies.
Yeah, for sure.
Do you or anyone in the chat know a broker or a way for Canadians to get around the PDT rule? I mean, what are you trying to trade, Carlos? It depends, bro. Because, like, if you're trying to trade penny stocks, you know, you probably don't need to get around the PDT rule. I mean...
Yeah, would it not be the same and use a cash account?
Right. Yeah, if you use a cash account... Like, I have a cash account. I don't have 25K in my account. I have, like, 10. You know? And so... If you use a cash account, you can use half of your equity one day, half of your equity the next. So I just use 5 and 5 roughly. And then by the time the next day rolls around, you have to wait 2 days for your funds to settle. But you can just kind of half and half it. And the PDT rule only applies to margin accounts. And so if you're trading penny stocks, you know, and you don't need to go short, that is, a cash account's probably fine. I'm in Canada. I don't know if Canada even has the PDT rule. Does it, guys? You guys might know better than I do.
Does Top Step work in Canada? You can do futures and that kind of stuff?
I think it does. But I'm guessing he's trying to trade penny stocks. Yeah, there's no PDT rule in Canada, which is what I thought. Yeah.
Are you even in Canada?
Dude, my mom's up in Canada. Her birthday was a few days ago. She's in Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario, Canada. And I miss it, to be honest. Yeah. There's something endearing about being in the snow and, like, it being super cold outside, but having, like, a fire inside. I think I talked about it earlier. And poutine is super good. Shout out to the Canadians here.
Yeah, I just went to Park City and went in the snow, and it was so fun over this weekend, or this last weekend. I went tubing and skiing. It was a lot of fun.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to go skiing and snowboarding and stuff, but it's been like so long I'd probably just fall if I tried now. You know. But I love skiing and I love snowboarding. I haven't been since I was much younger.
You're right. Yeah, I've
Um,
been trying to go skiing more this year, and it's so fun. I used to ski a lot when I was a kid, and it's like riding a bike. Like it's so natural. I love it. So fun.
yeah, it's been so long. I just remember going down the hills and just kind of YOLOing it and going as fast as I can. I never really, and then I would fall and like my family would make fun of me, but it's been so long. Snowboarding, like I used to skateboard, and so I'm a little bit better at snowboarding than probably
Yeah.
skiing.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, I just love like going as fast as I can down the hills because like eventually you have to stop, yeah? Like
Right.
eventually you have to slow down. So,
Right.
but then like I don't know, it's so fun, so exhilarating. So,
Right. But yeah, we got TRXC pushing up. A few people mentioning this one. It's up to 420s now, so we're watching it certainly. We got about 2 minutes, guys, so let's do this, team. Good luck. Let's try to make some money today.
yeah.
Get ready for the open. We got TRXC. We got my main watches. OBLN's at the top, followed by probably CLBS, followed by TRXC. Dare is actually pushing up too. Dare's at 330s right now, so we're watching that as well.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys. So we got 30 seconds, team. Good luck.
Let's do it.
Good luck, and please don't start a civil war in the U.S. Anyway, it ain't gonna be me.
Yeah, everybody be positive today.
Right.
Like regardless of your opinions, your political stances, and everything, it's democracy,
Right.
So just be positive.
Right. For sure. All right, guys, here's the bell. Good luck. All right, so I see INUV kind of popping up like first. Let me switch my scans over. There we go. All right, so TRXC pulling back a little bit at the opening bell. We're looking at like INUV is pushing up some. It's at 192. We're also looking at TRXC, like I said, STCN and CLBS. CLBS is starting to push up, so we're watching all three of these. No trades in pre-market this morning. CLBS is up to 360s. The VWAP's still noticeably above us, though. STCN is up to 250. We'll see if it breaks 250 here. And then we have, like I said, INUV pushing up pretty big, testing $2.
AVGR looks pretty good.
We also have MYT. Guys, MYT.
Mm-hmm.
I said AVGR. That's not too bad. BNGO, SRE. Hey, we got a lot of subs coming in, so I appreciate the subs. Max, everyone for the subs. Sorry if I missed you. Fran. Alright, look at NDRA. Guys, NDRA is up to 250.
Let's see if Thinkorswim's working. I put a limit order for AVGR. I don't think it is. Is Thinkorswim working for you guys? Nope. No.
I'm trying to get filled with one share at the asking price. Okay, so I did just get filled on NDRA. So that's working.
Yeah, I'm still not filled.
EDSA showing up on the scans. So yeah, this is working okay. Yeah, I got filled okay.
Really?
TMDI. Look at TMDI, guys. It's up to 225 and it's not halted yet. 227s. Yeah, the first 5 minutes on Thinkorswim is always a little bit difficult.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. I think I heard you get filled.
Great.
It took you long enough, though.
Oh.
Alright, look, we're going to try to scalp this. Alright, so we're with 100 shares here of MYT.
Oh my god, I hate Thinkorswim.
Yeah, I've said it so many times
canceled
too.
that order like 3 minutes ago. No, Bell hasn't even been open for 3 minutes. But like seriously, I canceled that order so long ago.
And then it just randomly fills you later, huh?
Yeah.
It's done that to me so much too.
Uh-huh.
Alright, so we're in MYT with 100 shares here. It's a little bit earlier for me to be taking this trade, to be honest, but we're going to see if we get some movement up. It's a small range, and that's the only reason I'm taking 100 shares here. There's 21s. There we go. Alright, we got out a half there. So we're going to see if we break up here. Now it's not going to be a losing trade. There's 225s. So we get up to 226s. There's 28s. Nice. 30s, 33s. Wow. Alright, we got out. So nice little, small little win for MYT. Got the pullback to the VWAP. We'll take it. There's 240s. So we got the VWAP bounce here for MYT. MYT's going crazy. Look at Dare now too. D-A-R-E. Watch it over 350. Yeah, there's Dare over 350. So squeezing big here.
That's good.
There's 360s for Dare. So Dare did rip over 350s. I should have taken it. There's TRXC sitting at 430s. Let's see if we hold over 425s really for TRXC. Man, Dare just squeezed up big. Wow. Alright, well I guess the next step is to look for a pullback, but
SCNF.
around 360. But for me, it's just too high now. Should have taken my own idea.
SCNS looks good.
Yeah, I'm seeing that one show up too. Yeah, SCNS. Wow. I wish I'd have seen this red to green move earlier. Yeah, SCNS guys, this thing's still ripping up to 380s.
Yeah, I made like a little off-screen trade and profited on SENS.
Yeah, so it was definitely a more exciting open than yesterday.
Yeah, for sure. Alright, I'm selling out of Dare.
That one looks strong.
Yeah, so I lost on AVGR. That was the one that got filled like after I canceled it. I immediately got out of that one, and then I made money on Dare and SENS.
Yeah, I'm really thinking about this pullback to 350 now for SENS. I think it might bounce at 350, and I think I'm going to kick myself if it doesn't, or if it does. But I'm not hating this. I like the pullback, confirmed level. Ah, man, a little bit too late now.
I really like the range.
All right. Alright, so we're running with 50 shares of SENS here. Right, we got out a half just to protect it, get a little scalp in there. See if we get a big squeeze up now that we can hold on to. 37s. Alright, so I like it, followed through with that range beautifully here.
Yeah.
Let's see if we get up to like 75 as a profit target. I'm gonna get out the rest there. So a small little scalp. What did MYT end up doing here? MYT did end up ripping. 250s is a big level now, but we got the pullback for SENS at 350, and I got out of it, and looks like it was the right time to. Also look at INUV, guys. INUV. INUV is pushing up there, testing 220s, 225s right now. wild.
Yeah. I hate that.
Yeah.
See, that's one of the reasons why I wake up like 10 minutes before the bell rings. Because I get so excited about a stock and then it just fails, you know?
Right. It happens, you know?
Yeah.
Looking at Dare. Dare's pulling back some here, or it was. I don't know about it now, but we're looking at it. Like I said,
yeah.
360 maybe, well, you know, might make me consider it. I would have got down to 364. There's 360s. That's too big of a drop. I'm not loving it. Had to be. I don't know if it was a big trader unloading or what, but that was a big drop.
Yeah, I don't know.
INUV did break pre-market highs, so we'll see if we hold at 225 now. Maybe not. Givo climbing.
Yeah, Givo looks good.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, they had an offering, so they're pretty oversold, I think, at this point. Not oversold because it is an offering, but I think a lot of traders are going to get bullish on it after it.
Right, for sure.
INUV trying to hold. What did AP end up doing? Nothing. MYT was the other one that kind of ripped up big. It's starting to fall back down. STCN is trying here. It's kind of a little choppy, but it's trying to hold over 250, so we're watching that. On the scan, CLBS just ripped up. Wow, CLBS getting some volume coming in here. I was getting ready to dip by this, just never quite got it. This is the same strategy I talked about in my weekend video, where red open, reversal, break over the VWAP, and then hold at that. So you can see it held at that 370 level. I don't know what it's going to do now. It's already up about 20 cents from there. But
yeah.
Wish I would have caught that move a few seconds earlier.
Right.
Look at BLRX.
BLRX looks good. We'll have to see what happens next candle, I think.
Yeah, for CLBS. I'm certainly kind of interested in it here. I think it's probably going to continue going up. Kind of talk myself out of it, but yeah, there's the rip. And the reason I'm a little bit hesitant with these guys is like, I can see the momentum coming in. It's logical to assume that it's going to continue going up. The problem is that when it doesn't work, this thing is going to reject super hard on you a lot of the time. So that's the only issue that kind of stopped me from jumping in that one. Look at AEZS. AEZS looking pretty strong. Cheaper stock, so if you like an 80-cent stock, AEZS is moving up. We also had Dare hold at that 350 level.
Good morning, Austin.
So here's another pullback to that VWAP level. We're rejecting at the $4, and I hope you guys can see, like, I drew these levels out, this $3.75 and $4 level. Like, I drew these levels out in pre-market this morning, and you can see why, like, identifying a range like this is valuable, because you can see the obvious range. Like, it went up to this, $3.75, it went up to $4, rejected exactly off of 4, and so you can see how kind of identifying that range might be valuable here. And so far, CLBS has followed the range for the most part.
Yeah, I still like SCNS, I think. I don't know. I think it still looks strong. That wasn't a very convincing. But
which one? SNCS?
SENS.
Uh, yeah, I mean, I like it as long as it holds over 350. I think that looks good.
Yeah.
I'm kind of thinking about Dare for this dip buy right now, but I would have loved the 350 buy. I don't know. This one's swingy. Wait, the only thing I'm really considering right now is this 350 hold right here. Maybe I should have gotten the bounce at Dare. I mean, I've had, what, 2 green trades today? 3 green trades today? Oh, I guess I'm still holding NDRA. Oh, no, I ended up getting out. Okay, good. Yeah. So I've had 3 trades, but one of them was just a test. But 2 green trades so far today. TRXC still trying to hold at 4. And then, like I said, AEZS, guys. AEZS breaking over 80s, sitting at 82 cents. Pretty strong move. This song is called Value by No Thanks is the name of the writer. Value by No Thanks.
That's a good song.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah, it's a relaxing song for sure.
Yeah.
We got
there are 2 songs that I remember. Like one was Valium, and then the other was the DJ Rooster or something.
DJ Dance, the Rooster.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can find it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got some good stuff. Because I hear these songs. I probably heard all of these songs way too much, but he's got some good ones.
All right.
There he is. Might be talking about this one. I got a few of them though.
What's it called?
We got Night at Newport Beach. Good Luck with Your Dreams. Those are the 2 that probably know the most. And then we have By the Boardwalk.
Good Things Will Come Eventually.
Yeah.
That's what it's called. Good Things Will Come Eventually.
Oh yeah, this one's good. This used to be one of my favorite ones too.
Yeah.
Dare's ripping up, guys. I should have taken the 350 pullback I was talking about. But it's still, I mean, it still might hold at 360s. We're watching that too.
Yeah, and then
become intermediate trading. I mean, we're just a resource and community for traders, so it's like we're not experts, and it's not that I'm a beginner. I'm obviously not a beginner. I think if you guys know me, you guys know I'm not a beginner, but we're just a resource for beginners, and that's what we're really about. Look at APM, guys. APM starting to reverse. The problem I have with this is that the VWAP is above us. You know, the VWAP's at like 480s. So that's the only issue I have with it. DARE did end up ripping up, so still a little bad. I didn't catch that. But we're being patient today, and maybe we're missing some we should take.
It's still, Derek could still rip to like 380s.
Right. And here's a pullback to 360, which might be better.
Good, yeah.
I stared at it, didn't do anything. Oh wait, here it is, 360s.
Should we do it?
I'll take it. No,
Okay.
Phil. Try.
Okay, I did it. We did it. I did it.
No, Phil. Alright, we're in now. 50 shares. Man, I tried to get filled a few times.
Yeah, I feel like Thinkorswim's being weird this morning.
Might be a little slow.
It's lagging a little bit.
Yeah. Alright, so we're in a 50 shares. We got a new candle.
Love it.
Yeah, we're just consolidating. There's 64s break even. 65's coming in. I see on the level 2, 65 up. 64's rejected it. There's 63s. I'm trying to be patient with this. I think if it breaks under 360s for me, I gotta just get out though. But I don't hate it right now.
I agree.
But my hands, you know, we're gonna be safe with it. We're break even right now.
It's not moving.
It's slow. We need buyers to step in here too, which is what while we're looking for that pullback here. It's okay still.
Yeah.
But we can let it consolidate. Hopefully we get something here. Man, this is a slow 2 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm out. Oh, I didn't get filled. Come on, man. They should have filled me way before that. Thinkorswim made these limit orders, man. It might bounce to 350 and continue. Yeah, it looks like it might be.
I don't hate it. Yeah.
Look at
It's consolidating a lot.
Right. 8 p.m. So 8 p.m. still trying to break over the VWAP. It didn't look terrible. ADMA is pushing up too. ACRS. I know I switched them, Justin. I don't use market orders anymore, man. I had to change.
Good.
Yeah. First part of fixing your problem is admitting you have a problem, and I got a market order problem. You know.
Exactly.
OBLN. Look at OBLN. It's going. It's trying. Over 350s might look good. We just need the VWAP to follow it up.
Yeah, definitely.
Now CLBS is interesting here. I don't know what kind of big traders are holding this, but try to get filled. No fill. All right, we're filled with 50 shares here of CLBS. I don't hate this pullback. We're using a risk level of about 375 or so. '82s, '83s. We're about break even in CLBS right now. Like I said, we're just seeing if we get up to 4. That's the target.
Yeah. Did you sell out of half?
Yeah, it was good, but it just rejected here. I don't know if I like that up wick, so we're gonna try to get out fast if it reverses on us here. 81s, 82s. There's the level 2 looking better. There he goes, 85s.
Kind of a weird morning.
Yeah, I mean a lot of good opening moves, but I think it's a lot of stuff's just kind of fading back down afterwards. Oof. We're right at my risk here at 375. Yeah, I gotta get out here. Too much risk. Which is all right. We had a good start. Slow, slow afterwards.
Right.
And yeah, here's the drop, and this is why I got out there. We'll see what happens with CLBS. I'm just looking for something to hold. And it's like everything ripped up and then just crashed down on us afterwards. So like SENS, DARE, CLBS, OBLN, ATNF is showing up on the scans, guys. Look at ATNF. AREC might be reversing. What was it? I got into MIT as well this morning, but it's not holding either. We got TMDI. Still looking at APM, but APM rejected the VWAP, which we thought it might. Dope emoji. You dope emoji. Worth the membership. Which one? This one? Yeah. PULM showing up. ATNF halted. I don't know why. So CLBS looks like it was a good exit. OBLN never held. Big slowdown over the last like 10 minutes. INUV didn't hold. MYT didn't hold. DRA,
MYT doesn't look bad. Like the last two candles, like, well, they have range.
Right, and it broke over the VWAP, which looks good. The only issue for me is the volume.
No.
EDSA, guys, look at EDSA. Not the best volume, though. Sometimes I get so excited that a stock, I'm like, oh, look at this stock, it's on my scanner, and then I'll look at it and I'll just be like,
Yeah, I like MIT. I think the past like two candles are, like, if it grows volume, yeah, it's growing volume.
Right.
Okay.
I might look for like a little pullback to 250 here.
Yeah. See.
I don't know if I get it, but I'm looking for it. Yeah, I might break highs beforehand. Broke out too early for me. There's the rip though.
Made some profits there.
Hey, what's up, James? Hey, hope you're well, bro. Yeah, there's the rip for MYT. Good idea.
Yeah. I saw that one coming.
Right. Yeah, good call. I still might think about it at 250, but
yeah.
Missed it.
Yeah. It's gaining a lot of volume.
Jay, first year trading inauguration days this week typically sketchy, risky. I mean,
I don't know.
if you're swing trading, maybe, you know.
Yeah.
Day trading, I mean, we have, you know, we're only limited to the amount of risk we hold stocks through. But if you're swing trading, there's probably going to be a little bit more volatility, you know, depending on what happens. But looking at the SPA's actually kind of sideways today, slow. Everybody's probably waiting for that to pass. When did it happen? When's the inauguration supposed to be?
12 p.m. Eastern time, I think.
Okay. So we still got some time for it.
Yeah.
Alright, here's CLBS. Now CLBS just broke over the VWAP again. If we pull back, I might buy it. We might start to front load a little bit onto it now with 50 shares. And then add to it if it pulls back to the VWAP. There's the pullback.
Ahmed said TRXC.
Alright, so we just added to it. We're in with 100 shares now of CLBS. Just trying to see if we get catch 4. Got the little pullback. We'll see if we bounce off of it now. There's 86s. There's 87s. Okay. There we go. That's what I wanted have to see. Alright, we got out a half there. We're still holding 50 shares. Gonna ride this up, see if we break over 4 on the rest. Try to unload part of the position there, no fill. We got another half. We're still holding 25 shares. Made our money back plus a little bit, or it was plus a little bit. Just holding a little small position now. See if we can break over 4. Get a little bit good money for our risk. Hold on to a little bit. See if we make it work. I don't know if I like that rejection. Yeah. Oh man. This is why I have market orders sometimes, guys. Is because I tried to get out way before this. Frustrating. Took all my profit away on the trade, but I guess we're still green. There we go. Alright, well that's better. I'm watching the level 2 bid up. 86s. There's 90s. We're still letting this test here. I want to see a break 4. At the very least, it's going to be a green trade. Alright, I just jumped out. That was too quick of a pullback. But yeah, it was still a green trade. We'll see what else we can find here. Still got a lot of equity to trade today, so. ADMP, guys. Look at ADMP. This one's ripping up pretty big. Yeah, G. I can't find it, bro. I don't know where it is. And, SCNS. I mean, I don't know if this was a nice pullback. This looks really weak to me. This is breaking under lows. XCLA. What was the one that you called out, Kaylin? It was MYT, right?
Yeah.
See, and that one ripped up nicely, too. I'm glad I didn't see this. If I would have seen the pullback to 250, I might have bought that. But it was still a good call. Ripped up nicely there. Yeah, ITRM, I'm seeing that one, too. I don't know if this is a dip buy, though, to me. I mean, you know, it's like, we see it, but like it just looks kind of weak unless it really holds here and like breaks over 325 and then gets back up to 350. My sentiment, and you guys gotta understand, I'm mostly just a day trader, but
TRXC looks good right now. Ooh.
No, I don't like that one either. I'm mostly very long biased, and so I always talk about it, and this is just my own personal style. Like, I never long a stock if it's below the VWAP, if it's, or, you know, I never short a stock if it's above it.
Yeah.
So for this one, I mean, for me, I would need it to get like over 4 and then hold 4.
Right. I was watching like somebody called out in chat.
CLBS trade. I just got out of CLBS. Yeah, I mean, I'm seeing it. I made my money. It was just too rangy. I ended up getting out, but I had a green trade on it too. I was already down on the day from it, but we made some of that back. And we're watching this now. Yeah, look at 4s. There's 420, 425s. CLBS is ripping up. Yeah, CLBS is squeezing up big. I should have held that 25 shares. And that's one thing, if I'm going to get better at my scalping, that's one thing I really want to do is I got to learn to, because it's like, I have a green trade, right? And then I want to hold on to a little bit. And I think at some point in time, I should just say, okay, well, like, If it stays above certain levels, I think I should have let it get to 375, which it would have. It would have held 375 and continued. So if I got to get better at something, I think that's one thing I really need to get better on. Is I think my scalping system works really well. The only thing I need to focus on is holding on to a little bit and letting that ride some. BKYI, I keep looking at it, but like, I don't know what's going on with this. Let me see if we can find the halt code for this. So BKYI is halted from, it's a circuit breaker halt, but shouldn't it resume already?
What is it?
Or no, I guess it got halted again. BKYI, BioKey International. It'll resume in 2 minutes, or in 1 minute, but it must have gotten halted again after I looked at it.
That's at 1:59:22.
Yeah. And CLBS is still ripping. I'm looking for a pullback to like 425 maybe. There's 440. We're gonna look for a pullback here. Let's see if we can get you bounce at like 425. We gotta let it test though, so I think it might come down to like 415 maybe, but that's okay. There's 430s.
Deer doesn't look bad. It could be making a comeback.
Hey, there's 425s. Alright, so there's 50 shares. I just bought in at 425s. Let's see if we get a rip. There's 30s, 31s. Nice. Alright, we just got out of half there. We're still riding the 25 shares up. Quick pullback, which is why I end up scalping this as a whole. There's 37s. Very volatile right now, 30. Yeah, this is super volatile, guys. Y'all be careful. We're gonna get out here and take our little profit on the day. See, I'm gonna have some FOMO if this thing ends up ripping up too. Alright, so we just got back in with 25 shares. 33s. There's 35s, 36, 38s. Man.
I had issues with them today too.
Yeah, I mean, frustrating, but like, we're green on the day. I can't get too upset, but like, just a little bit of lag in between fills. Do I want to buy another 25 shares here? That's the question. Not after this rejection, no, but I was pretty spot on with the call here. I remember saying 420, 425s. I even was like, it might 425 pull back, maybe down to like 415. So it got down to like 420 exactly. But we'll see if it actually holds here. This is a big level, so there's 415. Yeah. Yeah. I think that's probably what I should do. I'm looking at Dare. Yeah, what's up, Try? How you doing, bro? GRTS. Yeah, GRTS is too expensive. It's going crazy right now, but it's $33, getting halted on the way up. Parabolic mover, too risky for me. Maybe a lot of potential to make money there, but just too risky for me, brother.
Yeah, Dare is
really...
Yeah.
What'd you say? Sorry.
Dare is really rangy.
Yeah. And here goes the other push on CLBS. It's up to 440s. Hey, John, what do you think of ADMP? Ah, there's the break on CLBS. That's the name of the game. Like, I got to work on holding my winners a little bit longer. I don't hate ADMP on this little pullback to the VWAP pre-market high level. It's not terrible, to be honest. I'm gonna get in with like a 50 share position here, just a small feeler trade. Alright, so we're with 50 shares, pretty small. We're gonna keep a risk of around 111, 112. So we're gonna keep our risk pretty tight here, pretty small, and just see if we can start to move up. Testing these highs up here is all we want to see. We just want to see a bounce at the VWAP, a bounce at 115, and then a move up. But yeah, I don't hate the little pattern for ADMP right here. TRXC. Yeah, TRXC's got a reverse and it's got a long way to go for me.
Hey, I broke 300 subscribers. It's awesome.
Nice. Yeah, y'all go sub to Caitlin's channel. You know, help her break 1,000.
Yeah.
Here,
yes, please.
Alright, so I really didn't hate this, but I'm gonna get out here. Just broke a little bit too high, too far underneath the VWAP. Looked like it was gonna hold and then just didn't, crashed on me, so. Here's Caitlin's link. Y'all go sub to Caitlin.
Thank you. Yeah, CLBS look good.
CLBS hurts.
I know.
And at 450 is what I'm looking at now, but at a certain point when you're trading these penny stocks, like when you're scalping like I am and you're getting green trade, you know, red trade, green trade, at a certain point they become too extended to do that and you have to slow down. And I think that's the only thing about CLBS for me is that dip buying, it's not always going to work. Eventually it's not going to work. And with that said, though, it looks really strong volumes coming in. Few scanners and CLBS is like the only one.
Right. Yeah,
TMDI is not too bad either. Look at TMDI team. That's not terrible.
TMDI.
So here's 65s. I'm gonna start loading into 25 shares here. And then maybe add a little bit more if it pulls back to 450. 65, 70. So yeah, the 25 share order was great, but we caught the small bounce. But go to 60s. Here's the level 2 orders rolling in, 65s. What? Thinkorswim, what are you doing, man? Like, did anybody see that? What? I don't want it here. Thanks, Thinkorswim. Shout out to Thinkorswim. Just giving us the sketchiest fills ever.
Yep.
Yeah. Alright, we're into 50 shares. Frustrated at Thinkorswim right now for the fills they're giving me. Hey, at least we're up a little bit, but. Alright, 79.70 is good. Alright, we just got out of half there. At least it worked out. There's 77s. Nice. Yeah, I really don't want FOMO with this one, so I'm trying to hold on to it a little bit so I don't get FOMO. And anything under the 70s, I'll get out. But I'm trying. Alright, so, you know, it's green. Ooh, small day, but we're green. Put in the reps. Look at
OBLN, mate. OBLN.
Right. Yeah, that's what I was just about to say. So, yeah, OBLN. I don't hate the little $3 pullback, too. We'll see. Catch back in the chat. I think I've been ignoring you guys for a little bit. Hold on. Yeah, I'm looking at INUV. INUV's got to get over 225s for me to be interested. Back to back rough red days. Cal, hey, don't worry about it, dude. It doesn't give you the feels you want, it gives you the feels you deserve. Yeah, that's probably right. You know.
A hard truth.
Yeah. Alright, so we're getting a push up for OBLN. I mean, if I would have caught that little pullback, I would love it. Be loving life right now. SNSS is ripping up SLRX, RETO, AUTO. So SNSS, RETO, and Auto, AUTO. They're all moving. Some team. Watch those. Still curious about what CLBS is going to do now. Alright, so here's the pullback to 450. Looks like exiting where I did was the right move. Look at FGF, guys. I don't know if this is halted or if this is just rangy and slow volume, but DFFN. Yeah, somebody said Dare. I'm looking at Dare, but it's just falling. Yeah, the only two that I'm really watching are OBLN and CLBS right now. And OBLN, I mean, I need the VWAP to follow it up, but I'm really looking at like 340s. CLWD. I mean, it's an 8-cent stock. I'm just not really my style. ITRM, yeah, ITRM starting to spike. It's at 160s. DSS. TRXC coming back up. Yeah. Yeah, for me, it's just got to get over 4. Is the music playing? It stopped, huh? Yeah.
I'm still watching OBLN.
Yeah, OBLN's it's getting volume. Watch like 345, see if 345 rejects it. There's 345. So here's 345 again. We just broke 345. Watch 350s now. And then we got the pre-market high up here. So we break over these levels. I mean, doesn't look bad. Alright, so we got a $0.50 rejection. The problem is that the VWAP is just so low down there. Alright, so we broke the highs of the day. How do we have less than a quarter likes in here? Hey, y'all hit that like button, guys. Hey, I do want to take a second. Listen, if it's your first time here, we're just a free resource and community for traders. We don't claim to be experts. We're not selling courses. We're not selling services. We're just hanging out, talking stocks with you all while not claiming to be experts. No pressure. And we're just a free resource and community for traders. If you appreciate movements like that, hit the subscribe button, guys. You know you want to. Everybody does it. Hit the like button as well, guys. Let's run those like numbers up. I certainly appreciate you all being here and joining us every day. We've had, around 1,000 people plus every single day for a long time now. And it feels good, man. It feels good. Appreciate you guys joining us and hanging out, talking stocks with us every day. Hit the subscribe button if you want to keep seeing it. If you click the bell, you get an alert anytime we go live or drop a new video. ITRM. Rip it up. ITRM. Hey, thank you, Rip.
See if it consolidates here,
Yeah,
but it could easily reject ITRM.
Right. Yeah, it's also that $0.25 level up there at 175, which might be a resistance too. If I was gonna look at this one, I'd look for like a pullback to like 157s, 158s, maybe 160. Could bounce at 165 too. CLBS with a big pullback to 425. So, and this is the point, guys, is like the more times I dip by it, the more risky it gets as it gets more and more extended up there. Eventually we're gonna have a big drastic pullback like this. And I don't necessarily hate buying these big pullbacks either on stuff like CLBS. I think we might bounce here at 425s. But in the initial move, understand that the risk adds up as you start to get higher and higher. We got a little fake. Right, go ahead.
Sorry about I do like this 425 level.
Yeah, it's not too bad. It's like a $0.25 level. I was gonna say I see the fake Tesla ripping up TLSA. It's not the real Tesla. It's the fake Tesla. But not bad volume. I also see like OCUP on the scans, but like it's too. Oh, OBLN.
Still ripping.
Yep. Here's OBLN. This is a big red to green move too. The only thing stopping me from really trading this one like I usually do is just the VWAP's so low. Where's your VWAP at, Caitlin?
It's around 303.
Yeah, so that's the only thing stopping me is just so low.
Yeah, it's overextended.
Right. And then CLBS. Still trying at 425 level. I don't hate it. It's not a bad little pullback. It's really anywhere between like 425 and 4. Yeah, I don't know, Jennifer. I'm not sure. I don't have any must buy and must holds.
Yeah.
Hey, did you turn off your day trade settings? I mean, not really. Here's ITRM, guys. ITRM ripping up big. Testing that 175.
Yeah, I just sold out of that one.
Alright. Somebody's asking for MOTS, MOTS. I mean, for me, MOTS has got to get over the VWAP. And that's something, this will be a common theme you'll see with most of my style of system and trading is I need the stock to, I need it to put in higher lows and I need it to be above the VWAP. And so if we're going to rebound on the day, I need it to kind of look like, what was the one we were just talking about? OBLN. So like if we're going to rebound, I at least need it to break above the VWAP like this and hold. Now the VWAP's still too extended down there for me on this one. But like if I'm trading, if it's below the VWAP, like even if it's like TRXC, like this is why I need it above the VWAP, is because even with penny stocks, the VWAP is such a massive support and resistance level. It's such a massive level on any chart just because it's the trend identifier. And so you get stuff like this with TRXC where it goes right up to the VWAP and then just rejects and continues on its downward trend. And so for me, if I'm going to buy anything, I always need it to be like above the VWAP. It has to be above the VWAP. It has to be trending above the VWAP.
Yeah, the volume's really low too.
Right. How do you have a VWAP? I think Thinkorswim had. I have Thinkorswim as well. Okay, so Jeff, you just go to Studies, Trend Studies. You go to Studies, Add Study, Trend Studies, and then you go to V, and then you select VWAP. When you do it, though, it's going to give you these upper and lower bands, which you don't want. At least I don't like them. And so you go to Edit Study, and then you go to upper band, uncheck Show Plot, lower band, uncheck Show Plot, and then Apply, and then there you go. And then you got the VWAP.
Easy peasy.
Yep, that's right. I'll probably explain that a million times by now. I should have a video on it, but I've probably explained that so much.
Right. Yeah.
INUV. Wait. Can you look at INUV or tell me when you talked about INUV? I mean, yeah, INUV, there's a few things. This is basically sideways for me. Now, I do like the fact that it broke above the VWAP and held. Because again, VWAP's crucial for my system, and so I don't mind the fact that it broke above the VWAP and held. The problem is that it put in such a big move earlier that to me this is kind of sideways, and this could go either way, and the trend is neutral right now. So like you can see we have, you know, a descending trend, and then we have, you know, a slightly ascending trend as well, which is what people call a triangle. Now, it can break on either side. It can break up or down with the triangle. As this support and resistance trend gets squeezed closer and closer together, it's usually going to break on one side or the other. It might just stay sideways. And so for that, it's hard to tell which way it's going to be. And that's kind of how I feel about INUV. But everybody's different, though, you know. Yeah, you want my Discord, bro? Yeah, it's just called Beginner Trading Chat, I think. Or Beginner Trading Chat Room. Here's the Discord link. Oh, also, y'all check out Nancy. We created a new section of our Discord called Pearls of Wisdom, Trading Pearls of Wisdom. And now what it is, it's questions that new traders always ask us, and it's important things for traders to understand, maybe more obscure, but maybe obvious as well. It's just important lessons that traders should understand. It's called Trading Pearls of Wisdom. And so if you have anything specific that you want to see us include in that section of our Discord, reach out to Professor Nancy. It's PROFNAN, I think is her name on Discord. Just reach out to her. You'll see it in the Discord. Here's our Discord. You can join it here, and y'all go check it out. And like I said, leave any. You're not going to be able to type in that, but yeah, y'all check it out.
Yeah, she's a really great resource.
She is, for sure. I might load up futures, but I'm still trading penny stocks. But yeah, so this must be from the inauguration. I guess the market got a big squeeze up. Interesting. Ooh, I'm still looking at OBLN. I might buy a little pullback here. We're gonna get in early with 25 shares on this pullback for OBLN. It's pulling back to the VWAP at 350. We're just gonna see if we get a squeeze. Yeah, there's the squeeze. See if we break that high at 4s.
I'm still watching CLBS. It kind of went between that $4, $4.25 level mark that we were talking about.
Right.
It just has to gain volume, and we'll see. I'm watching it.
Yeah, I'm in with 25 shares. I don't mind adding to it either. Just depends on what we get here. Here's a pullback still. 70s. I tried to get in with 25 shares, no fill. I was going to add a little bit more to this one. I don't mind adding to this here as the pullback occurs and then just trying to take advantage of the range. I'm only in with 25 shares though, so here's a better pullback opportunity, I guess. Alright, so we're in with 50 shares now. See if we bounce here or not at 350s. That'll be our risk. There's 61s. Okay, so we're looking all right here. We still got a ways to go, and it's a little bit more risk than we usually take in these, but we're still all right so far. It's 59s, 60s. All right, so we'll see if we get a bounce here. It's 62s again. But yeah, we're just looking to attack that range up to like $4 here is really all we're trying to do. There's a nice squeeze. Some money coming in. We just took half off here. We're, like I said, there's the bounce. We got the bounce exactly at our pullback level. 74, 78s, nice. 80s, 81s. 84s. Nice. Beautiful squeeze. We're gonna get out the rest there. So nice little trade. We caught the bounce exactly at our pullback level. Not too shabby. I'll take it. We were able to scale in and take the bounce there. So, and again, I mean, I hope you guys see, like, these are great pullback opportunities a lot of the time when you got a really set level like the pre-market high. You get volume coming in. Just really nice pullback levels that we can take advantage of. VWAP was a little low for me, but we still made it work. Oof, man, should have held a little bit though. Man.
You always get that FOMO.
Yeah, it as a scalper, I'm going to. You know what I mean? It's like I could hold longer, but the risk adds up the longer I hold it. So it's like I'm gonna miss some moves, and that's okay, because like I'm just trying to take my money and get in and out and bail and attack a range. And that's really, like, if you guys want to know how I trade, but I can't lie, it does hurt to just see it rip up after I get out. But it's not I'm happy with the trade, and I think that's the most important part. But I'm attacking this range, guys. So like I said, this is the range I'm attacking. In between the pullback level, you can see this was the pullback I was approaching, and we scaled into it down to that pullback, and then I'm just targeting this range, and I got out close to the high of the range, so it's acceptable. There's going to be a direct correlation between like the amount of time I hold a trade and my accuracy rate as well. So it is what it is, but I'm happy with it, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got out a little early. Yeah, a lot of people talk about GSAT. Yeah, problem with GSAT is the range. You know, this whole move, it looks like a really big move. It's like 18 cents, you know, so you would have to take, and I mean, it's cheap stock, so 18 cents, I mean, that's a big percentage. You know, that's like 20% of the stock. So it's a big move, but it's just a little bit too dull for me right now, believe it or not. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't love how cheap it is.
Yeah. What's up, Keith? Hey, thank you for the $2 donation, brother. How do I read it? I mean, I'm trying to explain it. I mean, I've been explaining it fairly well, I think, how I've had a lot of people reach out to me asking how I read charts, and it's pretty simple. You just it's basically looking for a mix of prior confirmation and then half and whole dollars, sometimes quarter dollars. That's really all it is prior confirmation and pre-market, previous days, weeks, months, current day. Intraday has a little bit more sway for me. And then just using that to find confirmed levels that are also around half and whole dollars. And if the VWAP can be around the same level as well, then it's even better. And then I'm just dip buying, taking quick momentum trades, and getting in and out fast. That's basically what I do. OBLN is still moving. But yeah, so are the momentum scanners on Benzinga free? No, the ones I'm using are not. Now, the Benzinga's got a lot of great free content as well, but these are paid. But again, these are super helpful, and these are what are showing me really what's moving. And so yeah, if you want to check out Benzinga, I'll post this link. The other thing you can help us do is check out Top Step. I'm loading up Top Step right now. The only reason I haven't traded it yet is because I want to see if I want to make sure this it's not restricted today, because there's certain days where you're not allowed to trade. Usually it's big catalyst days, so I want to make sure I'm allowed to trade today. Let me look. For all my other traders in Top Step, I guess I'll just look it up. Alright, so no, it's open to trade today, so we can trade. So yeah, but if you want to help support me, go check out Top Step. It's a funded account program for futures, and so what it does is it allows you to day trade the futures market and potentially get funded by them as a firm, right? And so what they're going to do is they're going to give you a demo account in the futures market, and the futures market has no PDT rule. You can day trade almost all day and as much as you want. There's no PDT rule. And so it's a subscription-based package. The base one is $30K. It's the $30K package. It's $120 for the first month, and it's a monthly subscription. And if you can make $2,000 on that $30K demo that they give you while following the rest of their rules, then they fund you that $30,000 as professional proprietary futures traders with an 80% profit split. You also get to keep 100% of your first withdrawal, and so or you get to keep 100% of your first withdrawal up to 5K. But after that, say you make $1,000 net on the funded account they give you, then you get to keep 80% of that, so $800. They get to keep $200. They're regulated in the U.S. They paid out millions to their traders last year in 2020, and they funded thousands. And so I think it makes a lot of sense. Again, if you want a way to trade, maybe you're trying to get around the PDT rule. And when I trade futures, I'm basically just trading the SPY for the E-mini, or if I want to trade crude, I can trade crude oil. But this is all I'm basically trading here. So if I think the market's going to go up, just as an example, and I think we might get a little pop here, I'm going to buy one contract. And so you can see one contract here. I just bought it. It's just like day trading. I buy market, buy bid, sell bid, all that good stuff. The only difference is the sizing, which is a little bit different since it's in futures, but it goes by ticks. So every tick up or down in the E-mini per contract is $12.50 in profit or losses. If it goes towards me one tick, I make $12.50. If I have two contracts, I make $25. If I have three, I make $37.50, so forth and so on. But like I said, we're in one contract here. We're looking for this SPY right here to break this high. And if it doesn't, that's okay. Pretty small. One contract for me. It's been a really fun time trading these over the last month or so. But we're just looking for the SPY to break highs. And if it does, we might get some opportunity. We also have OBLN pulling back here. So OBLN has given us a big pullback now. It's down to 390s. So check out OBLN. I don't know if I would look for a bounce at like 375 if I was trying to trade it, but I'll have to analyze it a little bit further. But the point is, if you want to check out Top Step, here's the link. You can get funded by them if you're a good enough trader. And I'll post this link here if you want to help support me. I am biased, though. I make a commission if you sign up, and so I am biased. But it's Top Step. There's the link, Iceman, right above you, bro. Alright, so I'm probably going to get out of this trade. Alright, so there's a nice little surge in momentum right before. So that's good. I'm going to see what happens here. Like I said, we're looking for this spot really to break this level here. So we're looking for this to break right here. Let's pull Top Step back up. There we go. We're still roughly break even here. And so OBLN did bounce. It didn't bounce at 375, so I'd love to take credit for that one, but it didn't really bounce there. It bounced at 385. Now we're pulling back again there, so still waiting. Yeah, I mean, we got a Discord, Lawrence. I mean, if you want to check out our Discord, yeah, join it, bro. Alright, so here's the push. We're break even now, guys. We're break even. Here's our Discord if you want to join it, Lawrence. Hey, later try. ES is the symbol for the E-mini. It's ES.
Yeah, sure. When Eric was specifically like talked about the bungee pullback, but I think like John and I both have our kind of like pullback strategies, you know, where it a strong stock pulls back at like, say, I don't know, whatever, like the 350 level or whatever, you know, and then yeah.
Wait, what was the question? I missed it. Let me see.
He was just talking about the bungee pullback, Eric's bungee pullback.
Yeah, it's a little bit different. So the bungee pullback, so Eric's trade, Eric's strategy is basically, it's a very quick strategy. So he's a scalper, but a very quick scalper. So he's holding that for like 2 to 3 seconds. So when he takes it basically the same as I take it. Like when you see me look for a big extended pullback that I can buy into at a major level, he's taking the same type of trade. The only difference is that he's holding it for like 3 seconds. All right, we're gonna try to get out here. We're finally in the profit. We're gonna see if we can break this high. Actually, I might cancel this. See if we get a little bit bigger move here at this break. So here's the break for the SPY. You can see the SPY. That's good. I'm trying to get out. Come on, it'll be. There we go. All right, so I just made about $40 from that futures trade. And again, you can see this is what I was attacking. It might actually rip up. I might miss out on some here, but yeah. So look at OBLN, for instance. Eric takes them the same way I do. For the most part, like we're both looking for major drops that we can buy into, right? The only difference is he's holding his for 2 or 3 seconds. I'm holding mine for like 30 seconds plus, usually, maybe less. But he's scalping very quickly. You know, is what Eric does. So that's the difference between him and I. And his is super effective, very accurate too. What's a good average volume? I mean, what's the time frame? You know, if we're talking about pre-market, I want to see like over 1 or 2 million in pre-market.
Yeah, when I'm trading, usually I look for a volume over 100,000 the first hour of the day. But there definitely are like exceptions and all of that, so volume's not the only thing to look at.
For sure. Yeah, with trading, the best advice I can give traders here is like it's not just one thing. It's like Caitlin said, it's not just one, right? Like you want to have all these different conditions that combine together to give you a strong sentiment in one direction, right? So if I have the VWAP lining up with a $0.50, lining up with a big major drop that was also confirmed previously with a nice range to attack, that all kind of comes together to give me, okay, I'm gonna buy this stock, right? It's not just one or the other, it's all of them. And the more that come together at the same time, the better, right? So it's like if we have a lot of confirmation and we have a strong pullback and a whole dollar, you know what I mean? That's going to give me a lot. That's going to make me want to buy that one a lot more than if it's just good volume, you know, or if it's just the $0.50 play, or if it's just the VWAP, right? Instead, I'm looking for all of those to come together at the same time, you know? I want it all to be simultaneous.
Yeah, for sure. 100%.
Yeah, I mean, that's basically what he does, Sherwin. That's basically what Eric does. And it works. It works super well. It's also kind of similar to what Kyle does. Like Kyle, if you guys know MGK, I call him, just because he trades so much. Kyle Vu. He does similar things. He trades the spread, which is just like you're putting the order in and out. You're immediately putting the order in and out, and that works really well too. Some brokers are gonna frown upon you, but you know, screw those brokers. You know, I know they kicked Kyle off a thicker swim.
They might kick you off.
Right. They might kick you if you're successful like Kyle is. They might kick you out of there, but it's still a very profitable strategy. You just got to make sure your broker allows it, and not every broker does. Like some brokers are good.
Yeah, he does an absurd amount of trades a day. He does like 400 plus orders or whatever a day.
Yeah, like thousands sometimes.
Yeah, yeah, it was, yeah.
So it's a crazy amount too. I don't know how I would ever do that, but again, he makes it work. And Hal's got a big boy account, and he's showing me his profit, and it's good, you know.
Yeah.
Look at SPI. SPI starting to push up too.
Yeah.
Oh, another way you can help support me, team, is Caitlin, you gotta get an affiliate link for something so you can post it. You know, I'll let you post one if you know.
My affiliate link is my channel, so
Right.
there you go.
That's probably the smart move. Like, get, you know. But yeah, she's got a bunch of great content on her channel, guys. Y'all go check it out.
That's right.
Y'all post it good. Go sub. Help her hit 1,000 subscribers. 1,000 subscribers is like the first hurdle, right? Like, you get over 1,000, you're gonna grow faster. It's kind of snowball to where, you know, the bigger you get, the faster you grow.
Yeah.
Here, I'll
I'm
post it real quick.
excited. It's fun.
Right. Yeah, I'm like living my dream over here with my channel. It's my favorite thing in the world, and it's a really fun job. I'll put it that way, you know. It is a job, but it's a fun job.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like, I was in freaking Utah this weekend, like working most of the time with my friends, but I mean, not most of the time, but like on the car rides, and you know, it was definitely work, but it's fun.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's weird. I have like people that I've known, like friends of mine, not really friends. I've had a few acquaintances reach out and be like, "Hey, John, I saw your YouTube channel," you know. And it's kind of weird because they all of a sudden start asking for stock advice. And like, I tell them the same thing I tell everybody, which is just like, you're probably gonna lose. You know, you're probably gonna lose in the beginning. Most traders are gonna lose for at least a year, and like, understand that. You know, so like, if you're getting in this and you're trying to pay your bills next month with your trading profits, it's probably not gonna happen, bro. You know, you're probably just gonna lose all of that. You know, instead of making your rent money, you're probably just gonna lose your rent money. And even if you do make your rent money, it's probably luck. You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they don't understand how I run a channel like this, but I give that advice, and it's just kind of like, because that's the truth, you know? Like, I didn't. Right.
Sure.
Sorry. But yeah, it's like, the reason I have this channel, like, the whole point of it is just to be honest with everybody about everything. Like, that's why we're called beginner trading. I'm not a beginner, but the point is to help new traders understand these things, because if you start to understand them, you'll have a better chance at success than if you're misled, you know, into the trading game.
Right. You need to build accurate strategies instead of just a lot, you know, quality over quantity.
Exactly. And CLBS, and this is, honestly, with CLBS, it's a good lesson, guys, because it's like, I was able to dip buy it a few times, and in slightly green, and that's okay. It's an insignificant amount of money here, obviously, with $2 and something cents, but as it starts to get higher and higher, the risk gets higher and higher as well, you know. And like, sure, are you gonna have outliers that eventually just go crazy and go up 400% or 500%? Sure, but those are not common at all. And most of the time, they're gonna do what CLBS did here, which is just rip up really nicely, look really strong, and then eventually everybody starts selling. That squeezes this thing down. Everybody says, okay, I guess the move's done. I'm selling. He's selling because I'm selling, and everybody just starts selling, and it just squeezes the stock down. And usually, you never see it again. Sometimes you do, but most of the time you don't.
Yeah, for sure. Unless it has a really, really strong catalyst, then yeah.
Right. I would love to take credit for it, Austin. Somebody else mentioned SPI, I think. Unless you just took it right now just for me mentioning it, I'll take credit for that, sir. But somebody else told me about it this morning.
That's funny.
Dare? Yeah, Dare's starting to find his way back. But again, you'll see a common theme, and I'm pretty strict and kind of rigid in how I trade. It's below the VWAP. For me, it's got to get over 350 and hold. And so I'm looking for half or whole dollars around the VWAP, and I'm looking for that to see if it breaks above it and then holds at those levels. You know?
All right.
Hey chat, where can someone who knows nothing about trading start out at? Like a good beginner video or class or something? I got one video that, a lot of my videos, even though I'm beginner trading, a lot of my videos are going to be a little bit more intermediate, I guess I should say, with it. I do have a few videos. One of the videos I think you should watch is called, let me find it. It's called Technical Analysis, and how to trade, basically technical analysis. It's in our free day trading course section of our YouTube, and we got 56 videos. Some of these you're going to understand, some of these you're not. I would go to, if I were you, I'd go to the free day trading course that we have on YouTube, and I would go to Understanding VWAP and Related Strategies. First, before any of that though, I would watch, there's a few videos. Number one is the first one is Understanding Gaps in Day Trading. And so we have one on Understanding Gaps. The other one is on how to build a trading plan. And then the other one is on, the first one I think you should really watch is on technical analysis, though. I'll include that here. Here it is. It's called Trading Using Support and Resistance, and I'll post that here. And this is the first one that I think you should watch, just because this is going to be the one that helps you understand what we're talking about in the other videos.
Yeah, and just like watch this live stream every day and just like do it, you know? Immerse yourself in what you want to learn.
Right. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, and that's for sure. I mean, basically, you buy a stock, it goes up, you sell a stock. You buy a stock and then it goes up, you profit the difference, right? So like, okay, so if I buy Dare here at 320, and I have 100 shares, right? And the stock goes up 10 cents, right? Then I make 10 cents a share, right? So if I have 100 shares and the stock goes up 10 cents, I make 10 bucks, because that's the difference in price from when I initially bought it to where it is now. You know, and you got to sell to take that profit, but that's what trading is, right? Still, you might want to go to, I would watch a bunch of YouTube videos, bro. Not even mine. I don't even know if I have any that really explain the basics of that. I think technical analysis is going to be important, though.
For sure.
OGEN ripping up here. OGEN.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's not really a percentage, G. I usually look at like a major level. Instead of looking at like a percentage of like when I should exit, I look at the chart, and I use the chart to guide me in that trade. And so instead of saying, hey, the stock's up 30%, I'm gonna sell, I'm looking at, okay, well, where's a major resistance level above us, and I want to make sure I sell before we get to that resistance level. So I'm more of a range trader in that way, but you can do both, I think. I'm still kind of watching Dare, but it never did much. OBLN, guys, is still ripping up. It's at 440s. It depends on who it is, Carlos. If they live stream at the same time as me, no, you can't mention them. It depends on who it is, to be honest. If they are in my same niche, or if it really depends on who it is. STCN. I mean, STCN is down, bro. Jonathan. And this is what I wonder about. It's like people are like, how are you missing this move? And I look at the stock, and the stock's like breaking lows. And it's just kind of like, all right, bro. Like, to me, honestly, I'm not saying you're doing this, Jonathan. But when I hear that, I immediately think, okay, this dude's just trying to pump up a stock that he's holding a position in. You know? Yeah. And so... And I see it all the time, too, Caitlin. It's like, everybody's like, oh, do you see this move? And I'm like, looking at it, it's like breaking lows of the day. I'm sitting there like, we looking at the same chart?
Right. Yeah. Has like 100 people like in volume.
Right.
It's funny.
Yeah, I'm using Benzinga, Leco. No, they don't. Okay, well, yeah, if they don't live stream at the same time as me, you can mention their name, but if I don't like there's certain traders that I don't necessarily have beef with them. There's certain traders that I just definitely just don't want to send other traders to, mostly just because what they're throwing out there is just nonsense to the trading space. So it really depends, and you can post it, but like I said, if it's one of those traders for me, I'll delete it. I'll insta delete it. So you go ahead and post it if you want. But like I said, understand that if I delete it, that means that I don't trust the person you're saying, so that's going to make them look worse. But I'm sure it'll probably be okay.
Yeah.
TMDI. TMDI, on the other hand, this one doesn't look bad. TMDI is making okay moves. OBL, yeah, OBL is still ripping up. And AKD just tanked. Yeah, you see the volume spike on it. I mean, somebody bought it. Yeah, OBLN, it's in one of those tricky situations to where it's like, it's up, it looks strong, 420 looks like an okay pivot point, but it's like, it's just so high, it's so high up there now. Yeah, sometimes their sub count isn't indicative of their actual views. Yeah, for sure. I'll put it this way, I have some guy, I'm not going to say their name, but I had a guy try to talk smack to me one time and he called me a peasant, right? But when I look at his channel, it's like my channel gets 5 times as many views as he does, even though his channel is 5 times larger than mine. And so it's like, what matters ultimately on YouTube is not your sub count. Your sub count is insignificant, you know. If anything, having a high sub count and low views actually hurts your channel. But what's significant is your views. Views are the only thing that matters, you know, on YouTube as a whole, as a channel. Yeah, Rainer Teo's not bad. I mean, he's not terrible. I don't hate Rainer. Yeah, check out his content. It's pretty solid. I don't have anything against Rainer. I mean, I'm a little jealous of my man's views over there, but like, you know, but I'm not gonna be mean to him about it. You know, I respect the dude. ADMP is starting to push. See, I got faked out here too. This is what hurts, guys. If you see this. You see this $3 loss? It was right here. So if I could have just held on to that. The guys, Live Traders and Ricky, good channels to watch. I've been watching you and them, but you have been most helpful so far. Hey, I appreciate it. I don't know. I don't know. To be honest, never really seen too much of Ricky's stuff. Never seen too much of Live Trader stuff. I have seen some stuff on the 3-bar play from Live Traders, and so from what I see, it seems like good content. But I don't know enough about him to really say yes or no. And I'm not, even if I did, I'm not gonna start drama. You know what I mean, on YouTube. If I ever talk negatively about somebody, unless they do something that like severely bothers me. I'm not going to mention any names behind it. But to be honest, like I said, I don't know enough about their content to say, yeah, good or no bad, you know.
It's just different.
Right. Yeah, for sure. Hey, thank you, Sideways. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, from a competitive standpoint, like I said, that's why I don't mind. Like, here's the thing, right? I don't mind pushing a channel as long as they don't live stream at the same time as me, right? You got somebody live streaming at the same time as me, you know, I'm never gonna mention their name. And the problem though, like with some of these, is like I've had people come to this channel, right? I'll say this, I've had a YouTuber come to this channel and ask me to promote them. And I'll tell them, I'll say, hey, look, I'll promote you. You just can't live stream at the same time as me. And so I'll promote them, help their channel get big, and then they start live streaming at the same time. And I've even taught them things. Like, I've taught them a lot. They're obviously beginners. I've taught them, like, kind of my method and methodology of doing stuff. And they stop coming to my channel. They'll start streaming at exactly the same time as me using my keywords and my titles, right? Basically trying to steal viewers. And then they'll try to act like an expert and try to teach people the same stuff that I taught them. You know what I mean? And so with that, I'm a little bit like as long as you don't live stream at the same time as me, I'll push your channel. I don't care. Even most people are gonna charge you or try to charge you to come on stream and push. Like, I'll help people grow. I don't mind as long as they don't stream at the same time as me. I'm cool with that, you know. Or as long as they're not putting out like dangerous content that's gonna hurt traders, you know.
Yeah. You definitely can't be like a copycat and succeed in this world.
Right.
And even if you are, you won't succeed for long.
Right. Hey, and I'll say this. Maybe I was a little wrong for STCN, you know? Hey, look, ever since we talked about it, this thing's up like 40 cents a share.
Yeah.
It's up like 80, or it's up like 20% quickly. Hey, I appreciate it. What's up, Kyle? There you go. Hey, Kyle, I talked about you earlier, bro. I talked about how I call you MGK, because you trade a lot, you know?
Yeah.
Hey, thanks, Kyle. Appreciate that, brother. Been watching every day for the last 3 weeks. Thank you for your content. Hey, I appreciate y'all being here. I think the cream floats to the top, you know? People see, people know. Even if I'm buying, even if I'm making $2 a trade, you know, people know what's up. People know.
Yeah, they know who's real and who's fake.
Right. SPI pulling back to the VWAP is just a little bit too expensive for me, but it is pulling back to the VWAP, and I don't hate this here. The bounce at 11 looked nice, but hey, what's up, Max? Hey, thanks, brother.
I feel like today's been really, really slow.
I mean, it's not. I don't think today is as bad as yesterday. I think yesterday was terrible, you know. But like, it wasn't terrible. That's being a little over dramatic for me, I think. But yesterday was slow relative to pre-market trading. You know,
Yeah.
like pre-market trading looked really great yesterday, and then after the bell rang, it was just kind of, you know,
Yeah.
got a little slow on us, you know.
Right. Yeah, I made my money in the morning in like the first 10 minutes, and then I went back to bed. so there you go.
Hey, that's the beauty of day trading, though, you know.
Right. Exactly.
Day 2 of learning about trading. Watched so many videos yesterday and found myself landing back on your channel just to get a feel. I invested $50 and walked with 75 baby steps. Hey, good job. Hey, green is green, you know.
Yeah.
So nice work.
Good job.
OBLN still moving. Yeah, OBLN. The problem is it doesn't give me a dip buy area.
Right.
I think I remember talking about 425 and it never even looked back. So this one is just volumes increasing. It looks strong. I mean, to me, it's just so extended up here now. What do I do with this? You know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's just not stopping.
Hey, what's up, Edwin? Hey, welcome, dude. Don't do it. I'm not. I mean, I'm pretty disciplined with like taking trades, what I should or shouldn't. You know.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm thinking about. I mean, Thinkorswim is good. It's just what I learned on, so it's hard to leave, to be honest. You know?
Right. And it does have like so many positive aspects. Like I do love the graphs and the technical aspects of it.
Exactly. What's your thought on Weeble? I like Weeble. Speaking of Weeble, not to sell out too much here, but hey, listen guys, if you sign up for Weeble and deposit $100, you get 4 free stocks. If you sign up and open up an account, you get 2 free stocks. If you deposit $100, you get another 2 free stocks. And I don't know how long that's going to go on, but if you want to check it out, here's the link. Or check out the description for a Weeble link. It's got free paper trading on Weeble as well. So y'all check it out. Help support your boy here. Like I said, you can also go check out Top Step, which is a funded account program for futures specifically. And I'll post this link here as well if you want to check it out. Futures market has no PDT rules, so you're able to kind of day trade as much as you want. Speaking of futures, I'm making a little bit of money now in the futures market. Let me try to get out on the... I must have gotten a bad fill. So we're up $50. Not too crazy, but this is the futures market, and I'm just buying and selling the bid and ask. What are your technical analysis before entering a trade or while you're in a trade? I mean, I'm mostly, like, everybody has their own way of doing technical analysis. My system mostly revolves around, like, half and whole dollars as well as quarter dollars. Confirmation, a lot of the times the confirmation I'm using revolves around, like, pre-market and intraday confirmation. And then I'll also use longer term for a little bit added confirmation as well. But that's basically my system. Is like I'm looking for big pullbacks to major confirmed levels, as well as the VWAP to identify trends. You know, it's kind of, it sounds complex, but it's pretty simple, to be honest.
I also have simple and moving averages, simple and exponential moving averages on my graph, as well as VWAP. So
Right. Yeah,
I also-
fishing set.
sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no, you're good. You can finish.
I've also used RSI and the MACD before, but they're not like, it's just kind of everything I look at all together.
Right. See, I never got into the ISR or the RSI. I've had a lot of people suggest it. And RSI is like judging extension. And so I might find use in it. I just never, I put it up on my chart for a little while. And to be honest, I'm kind of scared to switch up my charting because I don't want to have a good system and then distract myself from what I've been doing and trying to do something else. So I think that's the only reason I haven't used the RSI, but I've heard good things about it.
No, that's a good thing to do. What fishing say?
So he said, I love the layout, charting, and everything of Thinkorswim. You just can't short penny stocks on Thinkorswim. You're not going to get to short penny stocks on most platforms. The best platform, in my opinion, that I've heard from a lot of other traders is Cobra for shorting. So like Cobra for shorting penny stocks, they have a lot of locates. And so if you're going to switch and you want to short penny stocks, I think Cobra's probably the right one. But at the same time, you're going to have a hard time shorting most penny stocks just because they're penny stocks and most of them fail, you know. And so with that, you know, letting us short them would be almost too easy in my opinion.
Right.
Hey, when do you plan on scaling up? You've been consistently green. Yeah, and I have. There's a few things stopping me from scaling up. The first one is obviously money, and like I have money, but like I want to save up, and instead of like adding to my account and then still being under the PDT rule, I'd rather just save up and keep my account like it is, and then add it all at once so I can just break the PDT rule. And so that's really what I'm focusing on doing. It'll be this year sometime for sure, hopefully at least. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at now. With penny stocks, I'm showing a lot of success. And one of the reasons I'm showing success is because, you know, as a scalper, I upped the volume of my trading. Like, I'm much more active as a trader. And I think for me as a scalper, the more active you allow me to be, the more active, the more profitable I'm going to be, right? Because even if I have a rough morning or a rough open or whatever, if you allow me to keep trading and kind of keep putting in the reps, I'll usually be able to end green. At least most of the time. And so with that, I want to just save up the full amount and then just put it all into the account at once. My guess is it'll probably be sometime in the next 4 or 5 months, but who knows? You know, like I said, one of the differences is like, sure, you might see me trade and you might be, man, $7 trade, that's so small and tiny. But it's like when you're getting into 10 to 15 trades a day, you know, the small little wins add up. And like that's what I'm really doing here is I'm highly active scalping, you know, not even super active, but I'm like an active scalper. And so even though each individual win might be peanuts, you know, they add up to being solid little green days.
Right.
OBLN, TVYM. Yeah, see, Kyle, isn't it where you went Cobra? Yeah, okay, yeah, I use Cobra, yeah, for sure. And that's what I've heard from not just you, but Two-Way as well, who's a professional trader too. He uses Cobra, and he loves shorting on Cobra too, so I think Cobra's probably the right move if you really want to short penny stocks. But man, OBLN, it's just hasn't, like I said, I would love to be able to trade it right now, guys, but it's just too extended. We haven't gotten any major pullback for me to buy into.
OBLN.
Yeah, it's like it hasn't even stopped. What's going on with this? I gotta look this up now. It's not even stopping, you know.
And the last 3-minute candles have popped up. What is that, 70 cents, 80 cents?
Right. Yeah, look at it. Wow. So I see the news here. So the company announced a merger agreement with Reshape Life Sciences. that's the catalyst that just dropped this morning. So this is a merger. They said pursuant to the agreement and subject to the satisfaction or waiver of the conditions specified therein, merger sub shall be merged with and into Reshape, with Reshape surviving as a wholly owned subsidiary of Obalon. So yeah, basically Obalon merged with another company, and so yeah, they're super strong because of that. And I think hype and people are just buying this. But again, it's just here's the biggest pullback we've seen in the last 30-40 minutes. We could look at 550 for a bounce, but I don't know. Here's 550. Let's see if it bounces. There's the bounce.
Wow.
Such a big range here too.
Mm-hmm.
But there's the 550 bounce, so that was spot on. Too bad I didn't buy it. But that's alright. I think there's a lot of risk in buying that pullback too, so.
Yeah.
If you don't want to register, you must sell. What? What are you talking about? You're yelling at me over here. Comedy? What are you talking about, bro? Give us a decision, man? Dude, I'm not trying to give y'all picks, Mo. Sorry, brother. You know, it's just not... I'm not trying to give out picks. I'm not trying to give out call-outs. I'm just looking at certain levels on a chart. I'm not giving out signals here. You know, that's not what I'm doing. If you guys want to learn from what I do, that's great. But I'm not going to tell anybody ever to buy this stock now or sell it now. And I'm not saying buy this stock now. I'm just explaining. I'm never going to tell anybody that. Mostly just because there's a lot of liability. And I think one of the worst parts of the trading world is that, you know, they got certain people giving out signals. And you got all these new kind of naive traders that are just super invested in people's signals, and there's just a big conflict of interest when it comes to signals as a whole. Here we're breaking under 550. Do others look down at scalping? No. If anything, scalping's pretty respected in the trading space. It depends on what kind of scalping, obviously, but I think I think most people right now are like making fun of like options day traders, but I've never tried it, so I can't vouch whether options day trading works. I just think you got a lot of kids right now that are putting out content like watch me turn $100 into 5 million, and they're obviously just using demo accounts, and you know, you get a lot of that. It makes the trading world look like a, you know, it trivializes the trading space. So we did bounce right around 550, but it's just a little bit too risky. There's a lot of risk here for OBLN. I appreciate it, Paul. Thank you, brother. I swing trade sometimes. How much money do you need to make money on futures? I mean, that's gonna vary. It depends on what is make money. You know, what does that mean? You know, how much money are you talking about? It just depends. I mean, you could try Top Step out, but I think the futures market is super risky if you don't know what you're doing in the futures market. It takes a long time to really learn and you know, develop, and just based off of the sizing alone in futures, it can get really risky and add up really quick. You know, this is futures here, but thank you, Gene. All the young people on TikTok saying how to turn $200 into 4 million. It's just like, bro, get out of here, man. That is the toxic part of the trading space. Like, and like, even if you're young here, just because I'm critical of a young person doesn't mean I'm critical of all young people. Like, I think it's a good thing young people to learn about the stock market. But when you got people just taking advantage of naive traders with content like that, just obviously just trying to get views with something that is not even close to feasible, you know, it makes the whole trading world look bad. You know what I mean? And like, I get it. Like, I get how it is in the beginning where where, you know, somebody sells you a dream, and in the beginning you get super excited about trading, and you're like, oh, this is going to change my life. I'm going to be rich next month. I'm going to be paying my bills and proving everybody wrong and proving all the family that doubted me wrong, and I'm going to make all this money in the trading world. And then basically you realize it's just not really like that. You know, it's not like that. For most people, it's going to take years. You'll probably lose money in the beginning, to be honest. But you got a bunch of people selling people dreams just because they want a bunch of views and a following. You know, if you tell people they're going to get rich, they might follow you. But then it's like when somebody like me comes along and that is honest with people, and it's like, hey, it's really not like that. It's just not really like that. Like, that's not really how it is. They're just selling you a dream, probably trying to sell you a course, or probably trying to get views from you. But it's really not like that. What happens is, like, those same people get mad at me because it hurts to hear. It hurts to hear. You know, you're shattering their dreams when you tell them that. You know, they think they're going to get rich next month, right? It hurts for them to hear, which is that you'll probably lose money. You know, some people are going to work hard for years and still lose, you know, and that's the truth. And new traders should want to hear the truth, even if it's not a convenient truth. So if you can learn anything from what I'm saying, it's just understand you're probably going to lose in trading. It's going to take a long time. You still might not be successful. Trade very small in the beginning. You need to trade very small and learn how to trade and figure it out that way with small size and with paper accounts. Don't gamble. A lot of gamblers get involved, but you know, that's kind of what happens. And I don't mean to rant. I'm just trying to be honest.
Yeah, for sure.
It is possible to double every day. Sure, you know, winning. Winning the Mega Millions is possible too. It doesn't mean it's likely. You know.
Yeah.
It's possible for me to beat, you know, Michael Jordan at basketball. Doesn't mean it's about to happen, you know. And so saying it's possible doesn't mean anything. You know, no offense to you. I'm just saying it's possible. That's, you know, okay. It's possible for me to, you know, beat Michael Jordan. Doesn't mean it's going to happen.
Right.
Yeah, truth hurts.
Yeah, it's about the fundamentals and the things that actually work, not the get-rich-quick schemes.
Right. And unfortunately, there's just a lot of that out there in the trading space, too. Alright, so we were getting a bounce in the SPY here. What do I want to do? I might try to buy a little bit if it holds the 250 or this 50 level. We'll try it. Alright, so we're in with one contract here at the futures market. Nice. Alright, try to get out here. There we go. Alright, so we just got filled. We're up 87.50 on the day. OBLN, I'm watching 550. Here's 550, guys. We'll see if it holds. Yeah, quantum physics says it's possible to throw a tennis ball through a brick wall if the atoms were aligned perfectly. Yeah, exactly. What's up, Seven? Hope you're doing well, brother. This is Benzinga. So this is Benzinga. Here's the Benzinga link if you want to check it out. Did you ever have a moment when it clicked for you? Certainly. Certainly. When you start to learn, you're going to lose most of the time, probably. Right? And so the goal at the beginning is not to even win. It's just not to lose. It's to break even. You could break even. You could probably win. It just takes a little bit more time. And so, you know, it starts to click when you start to understand, like, risk reward. But not even that. Like, one of the biggest clicking moments for me was just observing extension. You know, looking at extension. Because, like, if you isolate, like, let's say we just isolate a part of this chart. Right? Like, let's say we just isolate this part of the chart. If you look at it here, it might seem like, you know, this is a great level, right? But if you zoom out, it's kind of extended, you know, and I'm not saying it's not going to rip here. It could rip, right? But, like, understanding extension and using that to influence my trade decisions probably is what helped me the most. Just looking at the extension of the chart and you know, watching for that extension. Another clicking moment when you're trading penny stocks is looking at the float of the stock. Small float stocks have crazy big potential most of the time. On both sides, they can big potential up and down. But yeah, those are the kind of the things that clicked, that helped me the most, I think. Yeah, $5 is not, you know. I turned $5 into 5 cents making a YouTube video about it. Sounds great. You use TD man trade for futures? No, this is I'm using Top Step. This is Top Step right here. It's tradertv technically, but it's Top Step is through tradertv. How do I message in Discord? You just find whoever you want to message and click their name and then type. Yeah. I mean, yeah, but again, probability doubling every day is possible, sure, right? Like, yeah, sure, you could double every day, but what you want to understand, like, it's possible. That's correct. It is possible. Like I said, just like me beating Michael Jordan in basketball is possible. You know, doesn't mean it's gonna happen though. And the problem with it is that sure, you might be able to double one day, right? The more times you try to double your account, the more risky it's gonna get. Right? And so sure, it might work one time. You take a little bit more risk the second time, a little bit more risk the third time, and then your account's gone. You know what I mean? So like, sure, it's possible. It's highly unlikely. And anybody claiming to turn $1,000 into $1 million by doing that every day is probably using a paper account. You know, maybe they're not. I don't know. But like, that is the toxic aspects of trading that you got to avoid, because those are the people that are selling dreams, and you don't want to sell dreams. You know, you want to be real about it.
Right, and we talked about the paper accounts, how they're not as real. They don't pull on the emotions.
Right.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
It's been Zynga Jester. And like, I get it. Like, I get it. Some people might relate to the young kids that are over there telling people they're making $4 billion off of $1,000. That's cool. Like, I get it. You might relate to them more than you might relate to somebody like me or whatever it is. But like, just because you relate to them doesn't mean they're right. You know? And I think that is one of the hardest things. Like, maybe somebody is like on the same political spectrum as somebody, so like they respect the political views, right? But like, does the trading mesh with you, right? Or maybe somebody is the same age and so they relate more, has same interests, right? But all that's insignificant. What matters the most is if what they're telling you is true, is accurate, and that should matter the most over everything else. But it's YouTube. We're in entertainment, you know. Oh, get out of here, bro. All right, dude. Oh, alright, bro. Alright, there it is. There it is. There it is, bro. Come on, man. Alright. I should have seen that coming, bro. I should have seen it coming, man. He baited me. I got it. I got it. Right when it comes, oh, it is possible. Subscribe to my channel to see it. Got you, bro. Alright, now it's all understood, you know.
It's funny.
Yeah, he took his swing, you know, I get it, you know, do your thing, bro. But, I should have saw I was being led into that. You know. Alright, and hey, look, OBLN still holding at 550s. I think 550 is the level.
There you go, yeah.
Hey, I'm happy you're here, Mr. B and kids. Hey, welcome, bro. OBLN, I don't know what to do. I'm green on the day. Hey, nice Jay. Yeah, literally the worst way you can try to promote yourself. Hey guys, it is possible. It is possible to take $1,000 and to double your money over and over again. Bro, if anybody could really do that, they would be billionaires right now, dude. What are you here for? You know, if you can do that, why are you here, bro? You know what I mean? Like, if you're doubling your money every day, why are you at my channel, dude? You know? Like, what's the purpose? You know? Because the truth is, they really can't. They can't do that. They might do it once or twice, but as they do it more and more, the risk gets higher and higher, and eventually they're just going to destroy their account. You know, it's a very risky way to trade. Sure, it's possible. Like, winning the Mega Millions is possible. It doesn't mean it's going to happen. Saying it's possible is the most misleading phrase ever, you know?
If it was easy, everybody would be doing it. Like, if, I don't know.
Right. Exactly. You know, if it was easy, if it was like that, then what's the purpose of being here, you know?
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, if he was actually successful, he wouldn't be in other channels trying to viewer snipe. Yeah, for sure. OBLN broke over 7 though, or broke over 650. The next step is to see if it holds here at 650. We'll see if it holds here. I don't know if it's going to, but we're watching it. I don't hate it too. I mean, I don't hate the little 650 pullback here. Problem is the range is just so big right now.
I know.
Yeah, it's possible you get hit by a meteorite. Yeah, for sure. Listen, it's possible for me to win the lottery 5 times in a row within a week, you know? Doesn't mean it's gonna happen. Inauguration at 12, right? Yeah, so it's in 30 minutes, right?
Yeah.
I mean, the SPY's pushing up. We're in futures. We just bought 1 contract here. We're gonna see if we can catch the bounce at 75 for the SPY. About break even right now. We're gonna let 270 be our risk. We're about break even now. Let's see if we bounce here. Oof. Well, that's how you give all your profits away. Yeah, well, we're out. Hey, at least we're completely break even. I guess that's good, but oof. Alright, so the inauguration is on right now. Is it really? I thought it was on at noon.
Me too.
I'm looking it up. Dare?
So right now, people are just talking, and Joe Biden's sitting in the, like, I don't know. They're just not. It hasn't happened yet.
Right. He hasn't actually. It hasn't actually been finalized. Okay.
The hand hasn't been placed on the book.
Right. Alright, so I'm making some money back in futures. We're still, I mean, I don't know if I want to hold through this. I mean, we're up 25 bucks. I don't mind letting it chill and hopefully get some green movement here. And this is futures, guys. Like I said, this is futures. If you want to trade on this platform, check out this link at the futures market. Also, guys, like I said, you can check out Webull. If you sign up for Webull, for the time being, if you sign up for Webull, if you open up an account for Webull, you get 2 free stocks. If you deposit $100, you get another 2 free stocks. And so for the time being, you can get 4 free stocks if you sign up to Webull, open up an account, and deposit $100. You can check out the description for that link if you want to sign up for Webull. Webull has free paper trading, good scanners, and zero commission platform. It has options trading with zero commission as well, so y'all check those out. Like I said, the link is in the description. Hey, thank you, Josh, for becoming a member, brother. I appreciate that, dude. Thank you, brother. Thank you for becoming a member, man. Hey, why don't I use TOS for futures? Because it's a funded account program on Top Step, and so I'm kind of learning the market, and I think this just better suits me than, you know, putting my hard-earned money on the line, you know. Wait, didn't I ban you? That's the same guy, right? I'm making sure I'm not trying to ban the same guy or a different guy that didn't have anything to do with it. Probability is the same guy that just tried to promote his own content. And
yeah, probability chattlers.
Okay, cool. Yeah, the same guy's been trying to push his content and trying to tell people that they can double their money every day or whatever. Alright. Got it. Just wanted to make sure. Sorry, bro. Sorry, dude. I mean, you know, we're gonna try to get out here, I guess. But yeah, it's just a toxic thing to try to teach people. Like, hey, double your money every day in stock trading. Yeah.
For sure.
Not here. We got out of that trade. We're up 62.50 in futures. So we lost a little bit overall, but what's up sideways? Nah, don't do it, Tim. Yeah, don't do that. But like, what do I do for work? I mean, so I'm a real estate agent, but I do web development as well, with like front end web development, and then I do this YouTube. I trade. You know, got a few Amazon businesses that I run. So I do a bunch of different stuff, but yeah, doubling your money is luck and timing. It's honestly just wrong too. Why a lot of people, yeah, for sure. Alright, so OBLN is kind of the only one that's still holding in there and still strong for the most part. We didn't hold at 650, we did hold at 550. It eventually broke up to 7, but we pulled back to 6. And I hope you guys see, like, these are why these pullbacks, I love these little small, little minor pullbacks to like a whole dollar just catching a quick bounces, because these will bounce a huge percentage of the time there. Look at RAIL. ITRM still looking okay, kind of strong. Hey, later, Jay. I can make you rich, follow me. Yeah, that's how it goes. With software, this is Thinkorswim, TD Ameritrade, Thinkorswim right here, and then this is Bitzinga. Yeah, work those thighs, Jay. Yeah. What do you guys think the market's going to do after the inauguration? Do y'all think the market's going to go up or down?
I don't really think it's going to change.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard for me to, it's hard for me to figure that out. I know people say historically the market does better under Democrats, and so if that's the case, we could see the market go up. But the market did go up with Trump a lot, and so with that, with another guy getting inaugurated, then that could cause the market to go down. So I could see both arguments, really. I guess we'll have to wait and see.
It's just weird, like the past year, like besides like the crashes in the stock market, there hasn't been anything slowing it down.
Right.
So I don't know. Could go either way, or it could just like continue up, you know.
Right. I could see both too.
Yeah.
We'll see. I don't know if I'm gonna stream that long, but yeah, Biden's supposed to raise capital gains taxes. That's the only thing that. I mean, he's got to leave us traders alone, man. You know?
Yeah.
Like I promise you, traders are already struggling enough. Like you want to raise capital gains, raise them on hedge funds. You know, like don't raise them on retail traders.
Yeah.
I'm not really talking about politics. I'm talking about like relevancy to the market. Somebody else mentioned it, like politics and the market are connected. Like I can't do anything about it. I gotta mention it sometimes.
Mhm.
Especially today when it's the inauguration day, you know.
Yeah, 100%.
All right, so I made a little bit just now in futures. I'm up $100. Small day for the most part in futures. Caught this little bounce at the $0.50.
Yeah, it's just like democratic policies. You're right, Nate. It's not politics to say democratic policies impact the markets.
Right, for sure. I'm pretty close, Cal. Pretty close now. I had a big drop that I was having to rebound from, but I've mostly rebounded, so I'm pretty close. I'm just slowly grinding it up, like $100 a day. It's still going to take me a little while to hit that 3K, but we're doing better, and we're close for sure. I'm going to delete that comment, just to be safe, Teddy.
Yeah, don't say that.
Yeah, I had to delete it. I was like, yeah, a little bit, you know.
Yeah, that's not good.
People can't separate their political conversations and what the political landscape does with regards to trading without interjecting their politics into it. It's like saying it's raining. Yeah, it's inauguration day. We're going to talk about it for sure.
Honestly, though, like the past 5-6 years, politics have gotten so divided, and like I know like they've always been extremist, right? And just like extreme left or extreme right people are just dangerous, like period. Extremists are dangerous. So like I don't know, it's like so hard to even like see on Instagram when I have like family saying, if you talk politics at all, I'm going to unfollow you. Like, that's weird. That's freaking weird.
Right. Because I don't want to talk about politics that much. I made a little bit of money on the E-mini, but I said it before. It's like, dude, like all conservatives are not bad people, and all liberals are not bad people. Like a lot of conservatives are just pro-business. So like if you build a business up, you don't want to be taxed a bunch, and that's an understandable thing. Doesn't matter anything else. That's a certain percentage of conservatives. Liberals, some of them just want improvements on social issues, which is an understandable thing. You can't hate either side, is my point. And I've said it before, I think the more radical you get on either side, the less intelligent you probably are. You know, but...
Yeah, it's just like the priorities on each side are different. So it's like, you can't say one's wrong or one's right. They're just different.
Right.
And that's what democracy is. That's the beauty of democracy, is like we have those sides that we can argue and disagree and dispute, but then at the end of the day, we're going to compromise and get together and hopefully be happy.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. I hope Biden does well. I hope he does well as a president. You know what I mean? Like I genuinely do. I hope he legalizes cannabis. You know, it's time for that.
Yeah.
But I don't know if he's going to, but I hope he does. And you know, like I said, I hope he does well. I hope he does well. That's all I can really say. I don't really side with too much, and I'll get off the political topic, guys, but I think it's inauguration day, so it's interesting to speculate on which way we think the market's going to head with this news and, you know, in the market. So we'll see.
It'll be interesting. So Lady Gaga is singing right now.
That's cool.
What is she singing? It looks like she's singing the national anthem.
That's cool. OBLN heading up too. It's at 660s.
Sorry, she looks very Hunger Games-esque.
Dude, she always has looked super Hunger Games. We watched the Hunger Games with my daughter in the last few weeks, and you know.
Mm-hmm. She's singing Star Spangled Banner. So.
Yeah. I'll probably end up closing it down though, guys. I don't see anything I really like at this point. The only thing I see is OBLN, and to me, while the patterns have looked good and the volume's good and it looks really strong, for me it's just too extended when you look at the whole chart. You know, this thing was at $1.50 yesterday, so yeah, just a little bit too much for me. I'll probably end up closing it down. Like I said, guys, y'all check out Caitlin's channel. Really cool channel. A lot of good free content for, you know, not even just in trading but business and investing. You know, I watched one of her videos and I learned some stuff from it. So y'all go check out her channel.
For sure.
Here is the link for that. Y'all go sub to her, help her grow. Let's help her break 1,000.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, no worries. And yeah, like I said, y'all check out Top Step. I'll post this link one more time. And again, I think I've only explained it once fully, but the way Top Step works is they're going to give you a demo account. It's subscription based. The base one's $30K. It's $120 for the first month. If you go through my link, you get that 20% off. And so they're going to give you a $30K demo account in futures. And if you can make $2,000 on that $30K demo while following the rest of their rules, then they fund you that $30K as a professional proprietary futures trader with an 80% profit split. You know, there's all types of packages from $30K up to over $100K. They paid out millions to their profitable traders, over $2 million last year. They funded thousands, and they're regulated in the US. So you can check them out. Here's the link if you want to support your boy here. I do make a commission if you sign up, and so I am biased in their favor, obviously, but you can check them out if you want to help support me. Again, check out Webull. Webull, if you sign up and open up an account with Webull, you get 2 free stocks. If you deposit $100, you get another 2 free stocks. So you get 4 free stocks if you sign up, open up an account, and deposit $100 on Webull. It's got free paper trading at the very least, so y'all check that out. The link is in the description. Check that out. And yeah, with that said, guys, I'm out of here. Good luck. We'll see you guys later. You want to say anything else, Caitlin, before we close it?
No, I think I'm set. Thank you, guys.
All right, guys. Good luck. We'll see you guys later.
Bye.